right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Myths Guided. I'm Rose, your GM, and these are my fraternity brothers. We're here to explore the world of Barsave. As you've probably noticed, things look very different from how they usually do. We're currently sitting at a pool table in our room of a beach house at Myrtle Beach, so that's appropriate. All right. Yeah, and clearly there are new faces here. We have about half of the current party, and we have 3 guest stars, which will introduce themselves in a second as we go around the room to introduce ourselves. But yes, so this is more of a silly, fun. Do you remember your character's name?
Yeah.
I forgot to make them come up with character names.
Nice. I already have one. Don't worry.
All right. Well, say your real name too when we introduce ourselves.
Yeah,
But yeah, so this is more of a filler episode. You can think of it, not necessarily canon, but just for a fun time. So, also Scott Missif is on his way and will be here in probably the next 20 or 30 minutes. So, we're gonna go ahead and start though. So, let's introduce ourselves. All right.
Hello, my name is Bane Grubb. I play Triskin Lothspell, the Elven Warrior.
Hi, I'm Randall. I play Killamir, the Obsidian Air Soldier, or Air Sailor.
Hi, my name is Nymel. My character's name is Boris. I'm an Elementalist Scring.
I'm Corey. I play Taman Ashfoot, the Dwarven Beastmaster.
Hi, my name is Matthew. I play Baja Clarico, the Frightened Elementalist.
Nice.
All right. Did I introduce myself as Rose or Emily?
Rose. I don't think you said your name.
She said Rose.
Okay, I said Rose. All right, good.
Cool, that's good.
I have 2 names.
I'm proud of you.
It depends on my mood. Okay.
DM has many names.
Yes. All right. Where we left off, I can talk. The party, was traveling through the 16 towers of the Contention home territory. The Contention is a Skrang era. I don't know how to say the word. Arapagoi, I think. It's a Skrang clan who owns part of the Serpent River, the major river that flows through Barsave. So the party is not necessarily on good terms with the House Contention, so they were trying to sneak through the city in the middle of the night, in doing so, they ran into, basically the city is filled with 16 towers that point out of this lake.
I think we hit 15 of them.
We hit at least 15 out of the 16 towers on the way through the city in the middle of the night. And in a bit of a desperate moment to save the ship, the group wove magical threads to the ship and made it a pattern item or an enchanted item for you guys. So now the ship kind of is magical, and yeah, that's all you need to know. But as for the last episode, you managed to get through the city successfully after weaving threads to the ship, and you get through right as people start coming out of their houses to see what was going on, and they just see a ship sailing off into the distance. It's too dark out to see who you are, so you manage to make it through the territory safely. But in the scramble of moving ships, learning to sail, getting slaves, heading towards Thrall and towards safety, you realize that you forgot to move almost all of your supplies to this new ship that you were taking downriver. Don't look at my writing. Don't cheat. You can't look at my plans.
How could you, man?
Never done that in my entire
Rude.
life. I resent the implication also that I am a thief. I will carve my initials into your neck.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe you did that still. I hope you already forgot who that person was, so they're definitely not going to come back as your mortal enemy.
Oh, man.
Actually,
I'm sure that guy didn't forget.
Yeah, he probably did. I have to go back and rewatch the session now, damn. Alright.
He was just that random Skrang archer. Anyway.
Oh, that's right. And he was one of the House Contention. Okay. But yes, so you travel, you safely pass through the Contention base, and slowly throughout the night, everyone kind of falls into sleep and lets the boat slowly drift down the river, almost as if it's guiding itself, because it's low-key magical now. You know, it's just drifting. It seems like you guys are going in the right direction, towards Trosk, which is where you're headed. And, you know, after passing out, you wake up to the sun rising above the water, and you notice in the far distance there's a cross-section of rivers where the Serpent River merges with another river, and you can kind of see what looks like a city in the far distance. If you check, I think, Taman, you got a map of the river system from House Vistruman territory. You notice it is where the Tylon River merges with the Serpent River, and right after is the city of Portage.
And that's where Rock was taking us?
Rock was taking you to Trosk, which is very close to Portage.
Okay.
So you're on the right track. But as the sun rises and everyone slowly wakes up, you feel your stomachs rumbling, and you realize at this moment that you have not taken any of those rations with you. Also, because you've somewhat run out of rations anyways, since you're going further down the river than was expected. So, everyone is very hungry. The party looks around, the party that is currently just 2 people right now. And Rock, I guess. I can play Rock. But yeah, you notice that Rock is an orc.
R-A-K.
Okay.
Yeah, she's nature's rock. She's a quester for the passion, which is kind of like a god in this world of Jasper, which is like a nature god. So that is who Rock is. But yes, you know, as you wake up, you feel hunger setting in, almost driving you a little like hunger crazy a little, and you guys are on the search for food. So will you 2 roll for awareness or perception, whatever you have?
Okay.
Do you have your character sheet? Are you trying to make your character sheet?
He's trying to recorrect it
just
from the terrible picture that I took weeks ago.
recreating it. Hey, can someone roll a d10 for me? Let me go to online
We're
dice
so well
roller.
prepared.
You got a 7.
Or something.
You got a 7.
I got a 7.
That's good.
I'm 7 aware.
Okay, good. I'm glad. What about you, Taman? Oh, he's rolling 2 die.
Only 6 though.
Oh, well,
Got a 1 on them.
it really do be like that sometimes. Well, you guys are... Oh, I guess Rock should roll 1 too, if I can get her character sheet open. If it doesn't open in like 0.2 seconds, then I'm not gonna do it. I don't think she was super aware anyways, but it's up. Okay, so her perception is step 6. What's step 6? Do you know?
D10.
Do you want to roll a d10 for me? Well, she rolls a 10, or I roll a 10. Where'd it go? All right, Rock's still waking up. She's half asleep. Okay. But as you guys are kind of looking around at the
Throw those
coast of
down
this
that way.
river,
You can
thank
keep
you.
them for now. I got a bunch of D10s.
Sweet.
Bunch of D10s.
But yeah, so as you guys are kind of gathering your senses, you look around on like the banks of this river around you, and you notice what appears to be a large bird creature. It looks like a rooster with the tail of a lizard and scaly legs. It's probably about 6 feet long, and it seems to be coming up somewhat peacefully to the riverside, just probably to get some water. It's on the side of the river that's closer to the Badlands, which is where you guys are headed. So you know you have the option to try and fight this bird, try and kill it, or
Does it look edible?
I mean, it's a very large rooster. I mean, if you like chicken.
How far away is it again?
I mean, it's on the bank of this river, so I mean, you can guide the boat there pretty easily and dock it. You also notice it was coming from off of the bank where there appears to be somewhat of a large, like, nest of sorts, kind of made from nearby shrubbery and branches and stuff from trees and bushes. So, yeah. Rock is still waking up and is kind of like, you guys, we have to find some food.
Is the bird within throwing dagger range?
How much is throwing dagger range? Like 20?
I believe 20 yards at max.
You want to try and throw a dagger at the 6-foot-long rooster lizard? You can. I'm not going to stop you.
It sounds like you're trying to stop me. I guess I'd try to steer the boat over towards it.
Okay.
Can I use Animal Bond to make the rooster friendly towards me?
You can try.
Very well. 9 versus his social defense.
Don't look at it. This is a secret.
Secret social defense.
Do you guys know what this is?
Mm-mm.
No? Yeet. Alright.
I'm afraid it might be a cockatrice.
No.
Yeah.
Not no to you, no to what Matt just messaged me. He asked if this is what an obsidian looks like. Well, I'll let you guys know when it's your turn to jump in.
You want to fight, Matt?
Oh my goodness. You would be correct, this is a cockatrice. So, you rolled a 9?
Mm-hmm.
That will be its social defense.
Okay.
No extra successes.
It turns neutral towards me
Neutral.
and won't attack. Or sorry, it turns friendly towards me and won't attack.
Okay. Does that have a certain threshold of how friendly, or is it like always friendly towards you now?
I mean, until I do something to make it not friendly.
Ah, sounds good. Okay, yeah. So I guess this cockatrice is now kind of neutrally.
It could possibly be hungry, and that would immediately turn it not friendly
That
towards
is
me.
true. But I guess it kind of perks its head up as the boat turns towards the riverbank, and it just kind of puts its head back down and continues to drink some water from the river. So it doesn't seem to be aggressive or anything at the moment.
Is this sort of creature suitable for animal companions?
I don't believe it is.
Oh, well then, let's eat
Man,
it.
I'm just trying to eat breakfast.
Oh.
I'm just
Well
trying to
then,
befriend
let's
this
eat it.
animal.
All right.
These types of animals are, I believe, are quite dangerous.
How quite dangerous.
Well, you can see that it's
You have
almost.
knowledge.
What's that?
You have knowledge of beasts and whatnot.
Yeah, I'll make a beast weaving test.
Sure.
11.
Yeah. So you know that it is fairly dangerous, but not out of your league.
Mm-hmm.
You'd probably take it down. But it does have a poisonous barbs on its tail. So
Okay.
there's the risk of getting poisoned when you're fighting it.
Yeah. I would stay away from its tail. Those barbs are quite sharp, and they might poison you.
Interesting.
Rock's gonna interrupt and be like, do we really, can't we just scavenge for, I'm sure there's plenty of berries and nuts and whatnot out in this woods. Do we really have to kill, such an innocent creature as that one? Look at, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful. Why do we have to take its life when we could easily find plants around to eat?
Okay.
We don't have to. We could go and scavenge some food. Perhaps maybe go back to its lair and find some eggs.
It can lay more eggs. It's probably fine. I'm really hungry.
So I guess I moved to dock the boat on the shore, kind of near the rooster
Okay.
thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna kind of, I guess as the boat gets closer, it's gonna like back off a little, but I think because of Taman's, beast charm, it doesn't act aggressively towards you all. It kind of just backs off and remains neutral towards the whole party.
Okay. You said we could see kind of where the nest was, right?
Yeah, it's off further in the woods.
Okay. Triskin is gonna start walking towards the nest while keeping an eye on the beast.
Yeah, it's gonna follow you with its eyes.
It's gonna follow me with its eyes.
Mhm.
Okay, Triskin is gonna take a dagger from Frill.
Frill will give you his dagger since Frill's not here to keep the dagger. Yeah, and you know, Rock is gonna run up behind you and be like, "Listen, if we want to do this, we have to sneak to the nest. Like that thing is not gonna just let us take its eggs. What are you doing? Let's try and go further into the woods and come from the backside."
Triskin moves behind Rocket relative to the beast and then crouches.
Since
Rock's gonna like elbow you from behind. Get off the ground, you idiot.
since the two of you know where its nest is, I will stay here by the shoreline and serve as a distraction.
Smart. I knew you were one of my favorites. All right, let's do this.
I never had any doubt.
She's gonna grab Triskin by like his shirt or whatever and kind of just pull him
I'm so offended.
along. Rock thinks you're an idiot. Anyways,
I know she does.
she's going to pull you along through the back of the woods to kind of far enough off path that when looking at the cockatrice, it's kind of, starting to avert its gaze from you. It's not looking at you anymore. Not paying attention to us. So as we get far enough out, I guess we'll kind of loop back around and try and creep up on the nest and see if there are any eggs in there.
Mhm.
Let's roll a dexterity check, see if we can do that successfully. Are you going to attempt to distract it? I don't know what you can do as a Beastmaster, but I think distract is a basic skill that you can roll for too. So
It's a default skill, right?
yeah. All right, let's roll dex. All right. Come on, Rock. Don't fuck this up for us.
Nice.
Love threes. All right.
I like sevens personally. That's what I got.
Yeah, you got a 7. Are you rolling online?
Yes.
I got a 4 on my distract.
Okay. I'll say, we start to walk up to the nest. For the most part, Taman is kind of, interacting with this beast to an extent, trying to just keep its focus on Taman. We walk up to the nest. Rock is a little heavier, a little bigger as an orc. She's making a little bit of a crunchy noise under her feet as she gets closer. And so I'm gonna say Triskin. As you get into the nest, I assume you're gonna try and you see 3 eggs laid out in front of you.
Okay. Yeah.
They're pretty big, so you might only be able to carry like 2 in your hand safely. Do you have a bag? You can probably put a third one in.
No, I don't have
No,
a bag.
okay. So you can try and grab 2. Do you want to try and grab 2?
Yeah, I have a sword hilt. Can I prop it between the sword hilt and my neck and go like that?
Rock can also grab one.
Oh, I thought. Never mind. Yeah.
Anyway.
I chuck 2 towards Rock and
Rock
I take
has
one.
no hands.
Yeah, I put 2 in Rock's hands and I assume she carries both under her arm.
Do you chuck them at her or hand them to her?
I hand them to her.
Okay. So yeah, as you get into the nest, and as Rock is getting
But
close,
like carelessly.
yeah.
Yeah.
As Rock's getting close, she, this big nest has like, kind of a big wall around it that's been made out of these branches and whatnot. Is that Scott?
It is.
Hello, Miss
Yeah.
Lynn.
Oh, and Julia.
Hi, what's
Oh,
up?
and Julia. Hello.
Hi.
Yes, we have
Do y'all
guests.
even need us?
Yes.
Yeah.
We
do
always need you,
guys.
Julia.
I forgot my dice.
That's
It's
okay.
fine. We're all
It's fine.
sharing them.
Everyone forgot dice but me.
Just pull
I just put
up.
them in the middle of
We're
the table.
just winging the session, so
Okay.
don't worry about being too serious or
Can we
anything.
make space?
We have enough
I can
stores.
probably move a
Right.
little over if we want to make space on
Much
this end
closer to
here.
you.
Yeah,
guys.
let's do that.
We can definitely fit one person in here.
We
I
can
don't
fit one
have
over
my-
here too.
My sheets are on my laptop as well.
We can fit someone in here, probably.
I
Actually,
don't
I'm
know.
gonna move up closer
I
to
have-
the beam so I don't destroy my.
Yeah, I have pictures of most
Boy.
people's sheets. I can send to you through the Facity books.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. All right.
But since mine was like on my computer, should I
Oh,
run
that's
back
right.
to get that?
Oh, you're right. I might not actually have yours.
Yeah. Should I? do
Yeah,
that?
you can go grab.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go quick. Before.
I mean, how I have no idea what this session's gonna be like. Are we gonna really need the spells or?
Yes.
Okay.
Rose is about to attack us with a cockatrice.
Okay. Also, how long is it gonna be?
Probably till 11, hopefully.
Okay.
You don't have to
You can-
join if you don't want to.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on tonight that I was like
Definitely.
hoping we'd be there for.
Well, it's alright if you don't. This is kind of a non-canon episode anyways,
Okay.
so
Cool.
it's up to you if you want to join. Are you gonna join, Scott?
I was planning on it, but I actually feel a bit nauseated, so I don't know if I'm actually
Oh no.
Well,
gonna be able to do it.
feel free to join
That's fine.
in any time you want, but you don't have to stay. It's all good.
Alright.
But I do have a lot planned, so we should keep going.
Okay, yeah, chill.
Alright.
Wait, Rose, you're not in the frame.
Okay, I don't need to.
Well,
be
then thanks for
anyways.
stopping by.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We'll see you guys next week.
I can shift.
Yes, sorry. Oh,
I can
yes.
shift it back.
stars this week.
Yeah. Well,
Probably want to scoot back over so
yeah,
you're
I'll
back
scoot
in.
back over.
Enjoy.
Alright,
Bye.
goodbye.
Bye.
See you next week, maybe. Alright,
I also steal things from them.
you also steal things?
No, not actually.
Oh, your character, I understand. Okay, back in on this. Alright, so yes, as Rock is trying to get over the wall of this large bird nest that we've found, she's reaching out to grab these eggs from Triskin. She kind of catches her foot on the leg of this wall, and it just makes a big, it just sounds like someone's traveling through the bushes almost. There's this rattling noises of branches and whatnot. And she manages to kind of stumble, fall, roll into the nest without cracking the eggs, luckily. She at least can hold on to those, but she is now, kind of laying in the nest. And I imagine Triskin's in there as well.
Yeah. Oh
And the bird looks over, and Rock is just going to lay on the ground and hold the eggs and not move.
Was that loud enough that I heard it?
Yeah, you heard it. So,
Triskin is standing.
you're standing?
Yes.
Okay.
I think. I mean, I was the one handing the
You
eggs to
were.
Rock, right?
So
So I guess I'm like pressed up against the wall now.
are
I
you
think.
visible from outside of the nest?
You from wherever Rock fell, I'm pressed up against the wall, like below right where she fell. As she fell, I went.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna say that this cockatrice hears the noises. It looks over, and it thinks that it sees something in the nest,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not sure. So it's going to start cautiously coming closer to the nest. It does have like a certain caution to it. You kind of feel like maybe these creatures are a little chicken. So you get close, or it's slowly creeping closer towards the nest, and Rock is going to be like, "What do we do?" I said, "What do we do?" I don't know if you could hear it because the mic's so far away. But yeah, she's like, "What do we do?" And she's like, cause she can't see. She's laying on the ground with these eggs.
Triskin is going to take out a piece of rope
Okay.
and throw it towards Rock.
She's gonna grab the rope and just look at you confused.
And he's gonna start dragging her over to where she is.
You hear her against the ground, dragging across the bottom of this nest. And the cockatrice is kind of perks up a little bit and is like getting clear now.
I'm gonna go ahead and use Dominate Beast on the cockatrice.
Yes, dominate
Let's go.
it.
I've given them enough leeway.
Okay.
I'll
As
put a
we
karma
do
into
that,
it.
Alright.
I'm gonna say we're creating a distraction.
Distraction from what?
11.
Against its social defense?
Yeah.
Yeah, that passes.
I'm gonna just go ahead and send him off into the woods.
Okay.
Or her. I'm assuming it's a her. I'm gonna send her off
Yeah, I
into the
guess
woods.
if she lays eggs, yeah.
I'm gonna send her off into the woods. She's suddenly hungry.
There's nothing.
Her nest is fine. She's gonna go off in the woods and go forage for some food.
Alright, yeah. So she's gonna kind of like shake her like feathers a little bit and kind of be like, and just kind of start prowling in the opposite, not in the opposite direction, but off to the side, kind of following the bank away from the nest.
But as she leaves, I'm gonna walk up kind of behind her and start kind of walking slowly, encroaching on the nest,
Mm-hmm. So you can get
pretending like I'm the cockatrice to scare them.
All right.
Do we hear the cockatrice stop and then run?
Yeah, you hear it stop for a second, and then it doesn't run, but it kind of picks up a pace in what seems like another direction away from the nest. It doesn't sound like it's getting any closer, at least.
Okay. I'm gonna say distraction for that to Rock.
Distraction for what?
She like asked what the distraction
Oh.
was for. And at this point, Triskin thinks that
Crunch.
She's gonna throw the rope in your face and start standing up herself and like peek over the walls of the nest. And then I imagine she witnesses this sight of this cockatrice kind of walking off and Taman walking off, and she's going to turn to Triskin, who's still under the wall, and be like, "Don't look up yet. He's still coming." Stay quiet. She's gonna kind of bend down beneath the wall.
Is there a sprinting mechanic in this game?
Yes.
Crunch, there is.
Yes. Okay. So.
I'm not quite. I only
It's
know.
a talent you have to buy.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Is there? Well, I guess we're not in combat, so you can't really do the like
Yeah.
twice your movement speed thing. Yeah.
So,
I guess you can't sprint then. You a lazy bitch. All right.
Triskin
I'm
is
gonna walk up like right to the other side of the edge of where
Uh-huh.
Triskin's hiding.
Okay.
Triskin
stand
is
there.
going to take out another dagger, not a throwing dagger, and hold up the egg that he has been holding for a while,
Mhm.
and then he's going to burst from the enclosure.
Okay.
Uh,
Trying to jump on this creature that's approaching us.
no, Taman, what do you do?
He jumps up out of the nest and I guess turns and sees this fuzzy creature approaching him. Taman has like a huge beard, right?
Mhm.
First, you know, you just see all of this beard in your face.
Okay, Triskin is going to run towards Taman with the egg raised in his hand like he's about to chuck it at Taman.
Okay.
But then he's gonna see who it is and be like, oh. And then slow
What is
down.
taking you so long?
We've got the eggs, Taman. Let us feast.
She's only gonna be gone for probably another 10 minutes or so.
Let's go to the boat then. Well, we can't start a fire on the boat. There's probably like
There's
a kitchen,
cooking
right?
facilities.
We got it. All right, let's go to the boat then. She's gonna start trying to get out of the nest, and she's gonna like catch her leg again and stumble a little, and then just stop and be like, all right, walk back towards the boat. I imagine at this point the rest of the party had been, staying on the boat, kind of making sure everything was okay there. So, we returned to the boat with these three, pretty large eggs in hand. And we get onto the boat, find the kitchen, start, cooking them up, crack them, do whatever, however you want to prepare. How do you like your eggs? You don't eat eggs, you're vegan. All right, how do you like your eggs?
Triskin likes his eggs poached.
Okay, all right.
You can do poached.
Yeah.
Rock's just gonna make a nice fried egg, on the stove top. So it's gonna be massive, it's gonna fill the entire pan almost like a cake. It's fine.
A pancake.
A pan. All right. Yeah, and then as you crack these eggs, it kind of smells a little odd. I don't know. None of you have had cockatrice eggs before, so it's probably fine. But they have a weird smell to them. And I guess
It's first time for everything.
yeah, I'm sure they'll taste fine. They're eggs. What could be wrong with them? So, the eggs are cooked up well, and as the sun is rising fully and up in the sky in front of you, you all feast down on these eggs. Yeah. No, they're tasty. They taste good despite the interesting smell, for the most part. And you continue down the river. If that's what you want to do, if you want to keep trying to go towards Trosk.
Yep.
All right. So, yeah, about maybe 30 minutes to an hour later, you come upon this intersection of the Tylon and Serpent Rivers. And the city is kind of right off of the coast now. So Rock's gonna say, we should keep going down the river. We'll get as close to Trosk as possible. We can ignore the city. Do you guys want to go to the city or keep pushing forward?
We're low on supplies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Triskin
We can probably make it to Trosk by nightfall
by nightfall.
instead of like midday. Like
How
if we
hungry
just
is Triskin right now?
You ate a lot of egg.
Okay, yeah, Triskin is fine. Keep it going then.
I'm muscle
really
fun.
wants
We
potatoes,
should
so.
keep going.
Yeah. All right. I think we, as soon as we get to Trosk, we'll have everything we need there. We just got to keep pushing forward. So, the boat kind of continues to guide itself through this river. And as you get into the middle of this like cross section where it's kind of like a lake almost, it's just, calmer waters a little bit. You get to the middle and suddenly a whirlpool opens up in the middle. And, before you can stop yourselves, the boat is kind of sucked into this whirlpool. And you guys are spinning and spinning and spinning. Eventually,
I did not think this would be the way I would die.
Wait, like half the party can't swim right now.
Yeah.
Rock can't swim. Triskin can't swim.
No.
Frill can't swim. Also, Missive's a fairy, so I don't think, or a windling. I don't think he can swim well either. Well, his wings can't get wet.
They can swim, but they don't like to because it ruins their flying talent.
Mm-hmm. So, none of y'all are happy about this except for Jack and all, probably. But, yeah, the boat's kind of, falling into the river. One second, let me find whirlpool sounds. Whirlpool dryer. No.
Whirlpool dryer. That's
Let's play dryer sounds.
it's a very dry river.
Nope, that's quiet. I can't hear anything.
Put it on tumble. Is your sound off?
No, my laptop just plays really quietly. This is so sad. Hot
Rip.
tub.
Here, wait, I have a really good whirlpool sound.
There we go. That's
Oh,
pretty
that's pretty
good.
good.
You can do yours too. Alright. the sirens setting off in the distance. People are freaking out about this whirlpool going off. And so, as Rock is kind of freaking out. Rock is also incredibly seasick at this point. It's just bent over the edge, just kind of probably vomiting over and over. I don't know if any of you check on her, but yeah, she's like...
I make sure she's puking over the edge that's pointed down. Because if we're in a whirlpool, one of the sides is pointed up.
Yikes.
No, she's definitely on the wrong side. It's going down.
Okay.
It's splashing back onto the boat a little bit as we're going down. It's all of those eggs coming back up. It's no fun.
No.
No fun for anyone involved.
Not
But
the eggs,
yeah,
that's not vegan.
it's definitely not vegan. I mean, it wasn't the first time, but yeah. And so I guess everyone's just kind of screaming and frantically trying to figure out what to do, and nothing can be done at this point. So, the boat is continued to be dragged underwater, and before you know it, it's like halfway, and there's water touching the surface of the boat, and eventually, you kind of just become more and more underwater. But surprisingly, the whirlpool kind of starts to calm, and now the boat is just fully underwater, and you all are standing on it, as if you were on land. You're not kind of floating away or whatever.
Is there a bubble of air around the boat? Like, can we breathe or?
No.
No? Okay.
You can breathe.
So I'm drowning.
No, you can breathe. It's as if you were on the surface. But you're underwater. This is a magical boat, remember, so...
Triskin is still holding his breath.
I think
Yeah.
think Rock's probably holding her breath too, and most of the party, except for Jack and all. But, I mean, you guys definitely notice that you're, like, standing right now, which is definitely not proper water physics, but it's fine, because it's what I'm saying is happening right now. So...
I try to jump up and swim.
Yeah. You're gonna kind of fall back down as if it was, like, you were on the surface and you had jumped.
I don't fall back down gracefully, but instead fall back on my knees because I tried to dive forward.
Yeah, You definitely
16.
slam, scrape your knees up.
Oh no.
Rock is gonna kind of stop throwing up and just be like, "What's happening?" And she's looking around and she like sees everyone kind of like half the people are holding their breath and turning blue, and half someone's on the ground, and you know everyone's just having a bad time, really. But she's gonna like in her like throwing up fit, she's gonna realize that she hadn't stopped breathing. So she's like breathing, and then she's like, I'm underwater and I'm breathing, and then she's talking, and she's like, how am I talking? Can you hear me? And she's gonna run to try. She's gonna be like, I'm talking to you. Can you hear what I'm saying? You can hear what she's saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Triskin is gonna look at her and say,
You can
he's
talk.
he's just gonna mouth the word no.
Okay. Are you taking a vow of silence again? Not again. Ah, what's happening?
Nah, he's taking a vow of pranking.
Rock
This is
thinks she's going crazy now.
This is a very strange occurrence. I do not know why we are not dead.
Did you guys know you could breathe underwater before now, or is this just a new thing? Maybe can Jasper make people breathe underwater? I don't think he can. This has never happened to me before, but I don't think we can control the boat now. We just have to.
Perhaps Missive could have some insight into this. He is an elementalist.
Missive is.
Nowhere to be seen.
What would Missive be doing? I don't know. I can't.
Missive is on the mast because
he's too much
he
of a
flew
wild
up
card.
there, right?
Mm-hmm.
While the thing was whirlpooling down, and then he got sucked under the water, and he's still up there.
So he's on the mast. Okay. I literally can never guess what Scott's gonna do as Missive, so I don't even know how to tell you. Like, he's always just absolutely doing something I don't expect. So he's probably sleeping. He's probably just taking a nice nap on the mast. He was sunbathing at first until we started going down in a whirlpool. But yeah, so but the boat is still going downwards into the water, kind of like it's sinking, kind of like it's driving through the water, and eventually, as it's going forward, you notice almost like a cave open, or like just a hole at the bottom of the river, and the boat kind of just goes into it, and for a while you all are just in darkness, and you can't see anything.
Is there anything swimming around us with my thermographic vision?
Yeah, it's just
there's
normal,
things out there?
Yeah, normal fish and whatnot. Nothing at the moment that seems, bigger than you all or aggressive or anything. It just seems like normal kind of river fish.
So the boat is still moving sideways as well, laterally.
No, it's moving forward through the water.
Yeah.
It's like we're sailing.
Triskin drops the anchor.
Okay.
What does it do?
You drop the anchor and it never really hits anything. It just keeps going down into the water until, I guess it catches when you're out of rope or chain or whatever is holding the anchor up. And it kind of slows the boat down, but now you're just going slower through this.
Why would you want to
Triskin undrops the anchor.
I'm not sure why you dropped that. I don't know why you'd want to stay in this dark hole.
Solid question.
We should just figure out what's on the other side of it.
Triskin is gonna mouth, I was doing an experiment.
You're really good at experimenting and problem solving, Triskin.
I can tell that your mouth is moving, but you should perhaps actually talk.
Triskin gives Taman the bird, or the elven equivalent.
I
I figured as much.
Alright guys, pull it together. What if we're stuck in this black cave forever? How are we gonna get out of here?
Well, there's plenty of fish down here to eat. I can probably go hunt some.
Yeah, Rock, there's plenty of fish in the sea.
Rock's gonna give you the orc equivalent of a bird. And then
See, you'll talk for her, but not for me.
It's okay, I don't want to talk to him either. She's gonna walk up to the front of the boat and kind of sit down and just look in front of us and just not talk. And, she seems to be kind of praying to Jasper, kind of muttering some stuff under her breath and being like, please carry us through this journey safely. I know that this is happening for a reason. This is part of our quest. So, please guide us well, Jaspery. And she's gonna, finish praying and then just sit and just stare ahead of the boat, hoping for the cave to end at some point. And if you guys don't want to try anything, after sitting for a long while, eventually an opening appears on the other side of the cave, and light kind of pours through, and you see like this beautiful like blue-green water filling this just expanse of ocean. The water isn't any different from how it was before, but all you can see is water.
Is it salt water or fresh water?
I mean, it's not necessary, but I guess it's salt water.
Okay.
So basically there's no land anywhere except for the ocean floor of sand and water, and it's just, as far as you can see, you can't even see the surface of the water. And the boat continues to travel forward, and I guess as your eyes kind of adjust to being in the light again, you see this kind of beautiful and expansive city laid out in front of you. Everything's made out of this like gorgeous white marble, and there's columns that hold up all of the city, and these beautiful houses that are laid out in like a circular pattern with a castle in the middle, and their domes are plated with gold, and everything's adorned with seashells, and there's a nice big gate and walls that surround the city, and it just looks like something you've only heard in stories. And
Are we on course to heading towards that city?
yeah, you guys are headed towards the gate. So
Are there any other boats out here?
not that you see.
Okay.
But there are there's a lot of sea life out. There's
Are
a lot
there
of
any shipwrecks out here?
not that you can see. But it's definitely not like flat open like bottom. Like there's like
Coral?
sure, there's like coral, there's reefs and caverns and a lot of land features, I guess. There's kind of like little hilly areas. So it's not all just like flat. But you guys are kind of following this open path to the city, to the front gate. So, Rock is gonna kind of just stand up and just stare in awe and be like,
I'm not sure what kind of magic they've trapped our boat in, but it seems quite powerful working to be able to keep us alive down here and transport us all this way.
how is this even possible? Are we in like another dimension or something?
I'm worried this might be the Therans.
The Therans.
It could be. They have many great magical artifacts and workings.
Triskin is just gonna reach out in front of him and try to poke the canvas that Planeswalker Gwyn painted for this elaborate prank. And upon it not working,
Yeah,
he's like,
there's
"Yeah,
definitely
I'm
no
worried."
canvas there.
Worried it's the Therans too, Taman. It's
If-
definitely not another painted castle.
If this is the Therans, then could it be because we took their slaves? Do they know? If there's slavery going, we have to stop them. We can't let them have their slaves here or whatever. This must be their headquarters, their base for something.
There must be some reason they want us alive.
All right. Well, we can't stop now. We have to go and find out what's going on here. If we find any trace of slavery, I'm destroying this whole city.
Rock, for the last time, you can destroy entire cities.
Don't tell me what I can and can't do.
Let's settle for at least freeing the slaves that you find, okay?
Okay. She's gonna kind of pout and look off to the side. And as the boat gets closer to the city walls, you notice these guards out in front of the walls, and they don't seem to be anything you've ever known before. They look like mermaids,
Ah.
but not quite. You know, they've definitely got the fish and human features, but their body is a fish and they have human legs.
Oh.
And they're kind of wearing, this metal armor and holding these spears out in front of them. But they're not like standing up straight. Like their bodies go out and their legs go down, and then they're holding these spears with like fins. Their bodies don't make much anatomical sense. But here they are, and they're in front of you, and they don't look like any Therans you've ever seen. And the boat kind of...
Triskin is going to ask Taman if this was Theron. This is what Therans look like.
I have no idea what they are.
I've never seen anything like this before in my life. What is happening, Matt? Stop trolling me on Slack. I'm not gonna read your messages anymore. Oh my god.
Blocked and reported.
Is this some cinnamon, Matt? Oh god. Wait, when I zoom in, don't look at my notes. When I zoom in all the way, it just goes to this. This is what obsidian look like, apparently, because they're made of rock.
They look like a rock.
Oh my god.
It's Dwayne The Rock Johnson, by the way. Call him by his full name.
With a flower crown. That's
I love
the important part.
I'll call out to these fish people.
Oh, yeah.
Why have you brought us here?
Stop sending me these pictures.
Oh my god, what?
What the F? Okay. Anyway.
Someone needs to take your Photoshop license
Yeah,
away.
we're not allowed to have this anymore. Did you say, why did you bring us here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They're going to respond with, yes.
Do they even speak Thralic?
It is. It doesn't seem like Thralic, but you understand what they're saying.
Oh.
So, for some reason, it's like you can speak another language all of a sudden.
Okay.
Doesn't really make any sense, but you can do it. Must be some kind of magic translating in between. They call out and they're like, "We did not bring you here, but there must be a reason that you were brought here by someone. Surely you all can help us. Are you fighters? Would you be willing to help our city if we were to reward you for it? Because we do have quite the dilemma happening right now."
I have been known to fight for money.
We have plenty of money, as you can see by our gorgeous city here. Listen, there has to be a reason you all were brought here by some unknown force. It must have been the god Poseidon or Triton or one of the many sea gods that blesses us every day. But surely you were guided here by someone. Do you know?
Perhaps maybe the passions guided us here. I
It's-
do not know
was
this.
it the Therans? Are you the Therans?
I do not know this Poseidon of which you speak, but
You see, I don't know what these passions are which you speak of, but Poseidon is one of our gods that we worship here on the sea. He's blessed us with many things, including the riches that we now bear here. So I'm sure you all would like to see more of these riches if you were to in turn help us out. I've never seen anything that looks quite like you all, but we do have two more of your kind with us right now, and I'm sure that maybe you all would like to work together to figure out this problem we're having. It's not every day we get outsiders here, but
two more of us. When did they come?
they appeared here a few weeks ago. Not quite like you all, but like one of them is similar to this one, and he points at Jack and all. And another is not like any of you, but clearly not from this area of the universe or multiverse or whatever it's called. Clearly he's not one of our kind, so maybe he's one of yours. But at the moment we are holding them captive. We won't hold you captive because
That's a wise move.
clearly he's going to blow off your comment and say, clearly you all were sent here for some reason, so surely we can work together and be amicable so that there is no fighting or unnecessary conflict between the two of us. I'm sure we can make this work out, right?
So why are the non-fishy people in prison?
The non-fishy people showed up as soon as something fishy happened.
So they were put to blame for this. Just like we were earlier in Merrick.
Oh, wow.
Not put to blame, but rather we're keeping an eye on them.
Was one of them named Dagus?
I don't believe I've heard of this Dagus of which you speak, but he sounds like a nice man. I can tell from the name.
Perhaps you should take us to meet these two individuals.
Yeah,
Sure.
take us to Dagus.
Is Dagus one of these passions you speak of?
Yeah, close.
He's the passion of purity.
You know, maybe we should start worshipping Dagus here as well. The sea's a little salty. We could use some purity in the
I can teach you all about Dagus.
Oh, you can inform me on that later. But first, let me take you to the kingdom, the center of our city, in which the royal family is kept. So, would you all like to come with us? All right. They put their spears back on their fins, and they, instead of like swimming like a fish, they just start walking
Okay.
with their weird legs under their body.
Did their tails move?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit?
Just a little. Just a little, like
Trisky's
they're
gonna
walking.
walk next to one of them and inadvertently get hit by a tail.
How big are these guys?
they're pretty big.
Okay.
They're probably about rock size, probably about, I wouldn't say 8 feet tall, maybe like 6 feet tall, but they're long and they're big and round. They're like close to like shark. Well, I guess sharks come in different sizes. Not great white, but not like
hammerhead maybe.
like hammerhead's probably accurate. So, they just, he maybe this one kind of flips his tail a little more than usual, and he kind of smacks Tristan as he's walking next to him. They also are wearing heels too.
Oh my god.
They wear high heels. It seems to be the custom of their native
Fashion
culture.
trend.
Yeah, definitely. So
as Tristan gets smacked, he says, "Oh fuck," and then he's like, "Oh wait, no, I mean, by Dagus."
what? Anyways, that wasn't very pure. Dagus would not approve. They're gonna look at these legs.
Oh my god, stop.
They're like.
Do they go all the way
Let
up?
me look at the picture. Have you guys seen the picture yet?
I have.
You have seen it?
I've been glancing at his computer.
Is there a better picture?
Your order has been placed.
It's from Coconut. Here is fish people. Should we show it to the stream? I'll get it and show it to them. I feel like they deserve to know right now.
They deserve it.
This is
me.
I mean, I will be.
There you go.
This is me.
Oh my god.
Also,
Did you make that picture?
Oh yeah. Give me both these.
here's what a cinnamon
Is
looks
that the
like.
cockatrice?
Yeah.
Because they're made of rock.
Shitty joke.
Rose, I made the cockatrice too.
When did it have a human body?
Yeah, what's that?
Yes,
What's holding
Why is he holding a gun?
It's clearly James Bond.
That's the poison.
Oh my goodness.
He's a thug rapper, so he spits poison bars, not actual poison.
My what? What is happening anymore? No one's allowed to message me. We're not gonna end on time.
Oh my god.
Actually, we might. I don't know. I don't really know how long the session's gonna take, so if we end a little early or a little late, hopefully that's okay. I don't think
can
we'll end
derail anything you want. Don't worry.
I'm okay, actually.
I can make fire underwater, apparently.
Yeah, you can. You're pretty special. Don't talk about it yet. We're not there.
Spoilers.
Oh, let me play my peaceful water music.
If you're talking about water level in a game, I'm gonna.
Is it water music by Handel? Because if it's not, then you're just wrong.
No, it's super relaxing water sounds, nature, white noise for sleep, studying, or meditation, 10 hours. Okay. So, as long as the session doesn't take 10 hours, we're good. Okay. Yeah, so... What's up?
No, don't worry about it.
Yeah, so you guys follow these fish people towards the center of their territory or of their city, and eventually come upon this, like, you know, clearly the largest building all around. It's this huge palace that you know, takes up most of the center of the city, and the guards take you up to one of the entrances and leads you through some hallways, kind of winding around this palace area, and eventually it kind of opens up into a large, like, throne room, and there are you know, quite a few guards in this room, and there's sitting on, like, the main throne in the middle, there is this larger and, you know, fishman, as you've seen before. He's a little bigger, and he's wearing a crown on his head, and he's got, like, rainbow scales on him, so clearly he is the fancy guy, and he's I don't know how they would sit. I guess they kind of sit, like, outwards. So yeah, so he's kind of sitting on this throne, and he's, like, facing directly at you guys with his fish body, kind of, like, folded over on his legs, and he's looking down at you guys, and next to him, sitting on a throne, is a smaller fish woman with nice big fishy lips and you know, a few golden scales as well, but not, like, entirely golden. And then there are some smaller fishy people, kind of, you know, running around by them, you know, looking similar to the two of them. And
does the coloration seem to follow along, like, gendered lines? Like, all the males are, like, all super bright and colorful?
No, it doesn't appear so. It's more so something specific to this family that you can see. And yeah, so they're gonna, you know, the guards are gonna lead you up to a certain point in front of this family, and then they're gonna ask you to, like, they're gonna try and get you to bow for them. You know, these fish people, they kind of just, like, bow by, like, leaning their whole body down. So I don't know, they're gonna be like, what do you do?
Triskin curtsies.
Okay. Perfect. I guess that's what you do in your land. I don't know. And then, you know, he's gonna kind of gesture, and I guess, you know, Jackman will probably kind of be like, bow a little bit. Rock is gonna, like, bow intensely, and Frill is probably gonna bow a little, and I don't know what Missif's gonna do. Maybe Missif's still asleep. Maybe Rock is carrying Missif, who knows. Yeah, but you know, as you guys kind of all nod your heads, the guy on the middle throne is gonna kind of stand up onto his human legs and be like, what is it that brought you here? Strange creatures of a foreign land.
Interesting opening. We were going to ask the same thing. We are not certain why we are brought here. However, your retinue has said that you are under some sort of dire circumstances and in need of some muscle with which you cannot provide your own.
This is correct. Not necessarily muscle, but problem solving as well. We're not quite sure where to turn now, and we could use some help from people who know more or have more experience. You see, typically our land here is somewhat, or mostly peaceful. You see, we're somewhat isolated from the other territories of fish people, and are clearly the best territory of fish people. But
Really, you're just called fish people?
There are,
do you have a name?
Triton.
Triton?
Yeah.
Ah,
so there are
Triton.
there are other communities of the Triton.
Fish people?
No,
I assume
we're-
she said Triton.
We're the Tritons. They're the fish people.
Oh,
Triton are clearly superior to the average fish people, but you know, those fish people live you know, pretty far off in the seas. But you have luckily come to the best land that you could come across by apparently accident of Triton. We are quite wealthy here, and there's much I could offer you for your help in exchange. You see, these people similar to you all, and he kind of gestures to a guard in the corner, and he brings in a string and a obsidian that are kind of wearing chains around their wrists and behind their back, and kind of being led by this guard that's holding them with their beautiful muscular arms, and leading them into the room next to the current party, and he's going to kind of, you know, set you guys next to them and back off for a second, and in the middle's guy is going to be like, you see, these people, they showed up a few weeks back, and incidentally, a few weeks back, the trident of the royal family of Triton was taken, and we've tried to keep things peaceful as we could in our beautiful city of Mertlantis, and we have done our best to keep this tragedy quiet as long as possible.
Is everything all right, Triscan?
Sorry, I was just about to comment to Rock that they said that you know, these people were nothing right like us, but here we have a man that's made out of her. And he gestures
Oh my
to the
God.
obsidian and to Rock.
Stop making puns.
No, I can't.
No, obsidian are made out of Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Get it right.
Oh, okay.
Ugh. All right. This is no time for puns, man, sir thing. One with the pointy ears. I don't even know what ears are because fish don't have ears. So,
So your Triton was stolen,
yes,
or Trident.
the trident was stolen. You see, the trident. It's a beautiful golden trident that's covered with jewels and gemstones, and you see, it is quite the symbol for the royal family. Not only is it a powerful weapon, but it is also it's a symbol that holds the city, you know, in place. You know, those who bear the trident are respected and loved by all, but as the trident has gone missing, it is what holds, you know, the integrity, the stability of the city together, and without it, it is likely that noble families will rise up and attempt to seize power, and eventually the city, it's likely, would destroy itself in a period of civil war and just betrayal all around. It is incredibly important that we find this trident and restore it to its place to keep order in the city.
So we're talking about a metaphorical holding the cities up together, not actually literal one of it's gonna fall apart.
No, the city is fine, but it will be destroyed if we don't get this back. It's not going to start falling apart like an Indiana Jones movie if you take the glass ball and run away. But
I
It
do
is.
not know who this Indiana Jones is.
It's alright. It's something that must be unique to the Triton. You see, we'll have to update you on our pop culture soon. But for now, please erase this. Can this be our new like stream picture? Like stream starting soon with that.
Matt, you have to be stopped.
Wow.
Too much power, dude.
Matt, can you live Photoshop on our stream?
Absolutely.
Can you uninstall Photoshop? And
One of those two things has to happen.
you can't do both though. Should we show that picture to the
Live-
stream now?
Live stream uninstalling Photoshop.
What is this, Niall?
No.
What is this supposed to be?
That's me.
Is that-
No.
I don't like my sunburn now.
There you go, Rose. There's the picture. if
Thank
you. Wanna
you.
show it.
Alright, it's okay. I mean, listen, this is important. Also, we're like halfway through the session.
We haven't done it.
It's okay, I don't have like anything planned anyway.
Stolen an egg.
There's the king.
There's the king.
I thought those eggs were gonna poison the fuck out of us.
They still can.
That's just a whole. You guys are just high the whole time.
This is actually a
Anyways,
fever
That's what I'm.
dream.
That's what I'm expecting.
Yeah, let's just check
No,
them.
but it spoiled the whole story.
Rock flips the bird at you. Ew, I don't like that this has like baby legs.
Oh my god.
What?
The like fish person you sent me.
Oh, yeah.
That's no good. Okay.
It's a child.
Anyways. Yes, so, yeah, I guess he kind of told you it all. He'll just be like, if you all could help us get our trident back, and help keep the city in order, I would give you anything.
I think these two need their chains removed first.
We can definitely do that. Baja Clerico. Is that what your
boy.
name was?
Yeah.
What is
Baja
that?
Clerico. Baja Clerico. Take their
Ahoy.
chains off.
Okay, prisoners.
You're to go with them on your travels and make sure that they don't do anything out of line. I'm sure you understand.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Please.
We were
Yes,
wrongfully imprisoned, I'll tell you that.
Is that your pirate sound? Shush, pirate. We have reasons to believe you stole the trident first, so.
You have no proof.
You have absolutely no proof. We were taking a stroll down in the ocean. I don't know what you're talking about.
Why were you here in the first place?
I don't know. Why are they here?
No one knows why they're here.
Why are any of us here?
Exactly.
I'm sure that you all want to get back to where you originally came from. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
I think that guy killed the Triton.
Killed the Triton.
Wait,
Has there been a Triton that's been killed?
No, the Trident. They killed the
Evil.
Trident.
How'd you kill it? You can't kill.
You can do
But
whatever
not
you
by-
want as long as you set your mind to it.
You have to accuse someone of murder once per session.
That's Tryskin's new vow.
Yeah.
A vow of accusal.
Vow of silence, vow of accusal.
Rock is gonna turn to you and be like, "How do we know you didn't kill the Triton?
We saw.
Bitch.
We were with them.
We were with who? Them? I've
No,
never seen
Tryskin.
them.
Oh, you're talking about these
Yeah,
two.
but Tryskin was like being shady. Like he wouldn't talk to us. Maybe that was like all a figment of our imagination. Maybe Tryskin left and stole the Triton.
The real-
I could see him the entire time we were in the dark. He did not leave.
Yes.
I don't believe him, but
Do you not believe me?
I guess I can listen to you, Tammy.
You shouldn't
But
trust
I
anybody.
don't believe you.
I think
either,
you're
Rock.
right. I like this guy. What's your name, sir?
Killamere.
Killamere. All right. I think we can be friends.
Rock, his name has kill in it.
I kill people sometimes. It's fine.
Yeah, we know.
Listen, you're Rock. I'm Rock. Let's do this. All right. We're gonna find. You didn't steal the Trident, right? Maybe we shouldn't
There's
talk
no
about this
proof.
in front of the royal family.
And what is your name?
Boris.
Stern? Boris.
All right.
Trusty Boris.
Oh.
Oh,
So-
right, we go way back.
How do you two
Yeah.
know each other?
You don't need to know that.
Are the two of you from Marseille?
Yes.
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 We are.
So how did you get here?
You don't have to know that.
We just exist.
I'm sure.
That's where we
I'm
are.
sure they have their own reasons. They can keep their secrets as long as we get the trident.
Hmm.
Okay, so where do we start?
The king's gonna speak up. He's gonna be like, as I was saying, I'm sure that you all would like to get to your own land as much as I would like for you all to get to your own land and not be here anymore. So, please, we believe that the trident is outside of the city walls. We have scoured this place for it as best as we could. When we found you two laying around, you were outside of the city walls as well, and we believed you all were the people who stole the trident. So, clearly, it is not here anymore. If you all are hiding this trident somewhere outside of the city and are keeping that information to yourselves, this is your chance to return the trident to us, the rightful owners of it, restore the peace in this city, and leave. And
We
then
never
come
stole
back.
it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was never us.
Silence, prisoners.
Thank you, Baha. Can I call you Baha? Is that okay?
Absolutely.
All right. Thank
My
you, Baha.
king. Captain.
Thank you. Yeah, please call me Captain. Thank you. Baha, you know,
King Captain.
Yes.
please call me King Captain.
Oh my god.
Baha, please control these two.
I'm gonna point my harpoon gun at them.
Yes. You know, drastic times call for drastic measures, Baha. Get us our trident back, and everything will be okay.
I salute thee, Captain.
Thank you, sir. If you have to use that trusty harpoon gun of yours, feel free. But try and keep them alive. Yes, I believe the trident is somewhere outside of the city, so I'm sure that these two might have some leads.
You said you
We never did anything.
you said you tracked the theft of the trident to outside the city.
Yes, we found these two passed out as if they had been attacked and wounded outside of the city near the southern reef.
How did you track the trident to where they were?
We didn't track the trident, we tracked these idiots. They're clearly not very good at stealing things.
So how do you know the trident
We
is
didn't
outside
steal
the city
anything.
How do we know the what?
How do you know the trident is outside the city?
We've scoured the city looking for the trident and have not found a trace here. We have very good reason to believe that these two were the ones who took it outside of the city. So,
Could have been you.
why would I try and ruin the integrity of my own city?
Because
Why wouldn't you?
Maybe you're bankrupt.
Maybe you had an affair and you're trying to cover it up.
oh shit.
Do not insult my captain.
Is the trident your girlfriend? King
Shush.
Captain?
Silence!
Perhaps we should go.
Honey, take the children out of here. They don't need to see what's about to happen. I promise I've never had an affair. I
I'm gonna
love
roll
you.
to flirt with the king.
Okay.
Oh man.
The
You have the flirting.
yes, I
talent?
have the flirting talent. The entirety of my flirt will be an eyebrow raise, and I'm gonna say, "Yeah, honey."
Jesus. Okay.
Okay, one second. Let me look at my character sheet real quick.
Rose, I made the queen fish.
You made the. No.
That's who you're flirting. That's who you're flirting with.
Oh god. Oh fuck, go back.
Are you happy that that's what you're flirting with right now?
Yeah, I'm.
Those are some
Wow.
nice lips.
She specified.
I got a 5 on the flirting check.
Maybe she's bored.
She's
with
gonna
the
look at you
meetings
with this
anymore.
face and be like, You are literally a bottom feeder and worse than scum. No. And she's gonna continue to flap her little fish fins at her children and get them out of the
Triskin, it's like she's known you for years.
Triskin is going to do a finger guns and a wink at her.
I'm gonna show everyone what this fish looks like really quick. Here's what Triskin just learned.
Look, Triskin was face blind for that part of the thing.
Can I have a
Are you
Reese's?
fish blind too?
Yes.
Saying that's not hot, mama.
Here's Reese's.
Oh boy.
Wow. Alright. Thank you. Well, the king is gonna turn to you all and be like, after he finishes his Reese's, he's gonna be like, okay, we'll go through this one more time, and then you all are going to find the trident, or you will disappear. I don't care how you disappear, but you won't be here anymore. I recommend if you want reward, you find this trident. The trident has been taken from our city. If the trident is not returned, the city will fall into chaos and quite likely destroy itself. The trident is somewhere outside of the city, most likely. We found these two idiots on the ground outside of the city, seemingly attacked. We believe they had taken the trident. If they hid it somewhere, please find it. If it was taken, please find it. We need the trident back. I will reward you very well. Please find the trident. Is that simple enough for you? Very smart people.
Sounds good to me, but you're gonna have to stop calling me a criminal.
I'm not an idiot.
Perhaps you should wait until you come back with the trident to make such demands.
I don't know. I think we've been wrongfully imprisoned.
No fucking proof.
I agree with the fuzzy fish.
The fuzzy fish?
The one with the beard.
You?
Yeah, he has a beard, right? I don't know. his
Yeah, I
name
know,
yet.
but what did you say? Did you say something?
Yeah.
Oh, we should go? Oh.
I know. I said you should wait
Yeah.
until you come back with the trident to make such demands.
Yeah.
Because I don't know anyone's name
Very
yet,
good point.
theoretically.
Yeah, theoretically you don't. He is fuzzy fish now. Okay. Listen, I won't say it one more time. Go find my trident. I will even reward you too. All you did was come into the city, steal something, and then get rewarded for it. Please just get the trident back.
Triskin
Sounds like a
walks
plan.
towards
We'll
the
get that
door.
trident.
Thank you. Please. Exit.
All right.
Don't come back until you have the trident.
Why don't you show us where you two were knocked unconscious?
Okay, well, I don't really remember it because I was unconscious.
But let's follow your where you were going until you stop remembering. That's probably where you would attack.
I don't know. You're the one who dragged this out, I guess. I woke up in the cell. You said found you two dumbasses outside the city. So take us back to where you found us, champ.
Just go wherever.
Alright,
You
we're
don't-
gonna go to the northern side of the city. Clearly, where I found you.
It was by the southern reef.
By the southern reef.
That is what I said.
Just like
earlier.
The northern side of the southern
Yeah,
reef.
we gotta go around. There's a roundabout. It's the fastest way, trust me.
It's just like campus. North Avenue's on the southern side.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's,
makes such good sense.
it's called the northern entrance, but clearly it's in the south.
Yeah.
All
It's because
Triton
you're like
knows.
going north. When you
Yeah,
go
when you
north.
go in, you
Yeah.
come through the south.
It's on the south of the city, but you're walking north, so it's the northern
Well,
entrance.
we're gonna go
Oh
south.
my goodness.
So we're gonna go out the southern entrance.
No, the north.
Oh, we're going out the northern entrance.
Yes, by going south
Mm.
to the southern
And
reef.
reefs.
All right.
Yes. The city makes perfect sense. The layout is beautiful.
Flawless.
Triskin
Truly.
flirts with himself to try to
Up his talent.
up his talent.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Alright.
Triskin likes himself even more after this.
At least someone does.
Did you pass? I feel like you need to make a test.
Damn.
Oh no.
Maybe you don't even pass with flirting with yourself. You need to try this now. You're not allowed to intentionally fail.
So,
Triskin rolled a
did you
4.
guys take the trident from the town?
We're just on a mission right now to find it.
I'm gonna whisper to you guys.
Maybe.
Does Triskin notice that he
Don't trust
is
them, they're
whispering to
evil.
them?
Evil.
I don't know, do you?
Fuck you, pig.
May I roll an awareness check?
Sure.
I'm a Triton. I don't know what these pigs are you
Fuck the
speak of.
police, man.
Triskin is 2 aware.
He's what?
He is aware too.
Oh, you probably don't notice them whispering then.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I'm gonna push the bird with my
Birdman?
I'm the bird man.
Aren't you a bird man?
Hey, lizard person.
I'll lizard
Yeah,
person.
He's like a lizard
Oh, I
person.
thought that were birds.
Yeah, why did you
That's
give him a
racist.
wrist head?
They all look the same to you, don't they?
Yeah.
Wow.
Look, my eyes are on the side of my head. I can't see very well.
Can fish not see in front of them?
No, their eyes are like here.
Yeah.
Depends on the fish.
Yeah.
No, but that gives you
No,
360
that's not-
degrees of vision.
Can you see this?
Rabbits have 360
Yeah.
degrees of vision, but they can't see
Can
in
you see
front of them.
this?
Are you flicking me off?
No.
It's just my pinky.
I can kind of see.
Okay.
I don't know, there's a thing like peripheral vision stuff. I don't know, fish.
Yeah.
Unless you're like a flounder, you can only. Flounders only have like their eyes on one side, right?
Correct.
I like that. Can you make a flounder person?
I got you.
No.
Just remember, Rose, you asked for this one.
I did. And I'm excited for it too. I want it. But yes, so you all head off with Baja Clarico, a well-esteemed elementalist of the royal family, to keep track of the 2 criminals and retrieve the trident. So, yeah, you guys are headed towards the southern reef now?
Through the northern
Yeah,
side,
north.
yeah.
Through
Yes.
the northern gate.
Heading to
Okay.
the southern reef.
So you're heading out of the city, and you know the guards aren't causing you any trouble necessarily. Are you okay? Are we funny?
Yay, we're doing
Good.
Rachel, do you want to come guest star on this stream really quick?
She hates us.
Just wave in the camera. Mainly because I don't have enough content to
Good.
take up until 11. So
Good job to peer pressure.
Or did someone say they needed content?
you're not in the camera yet. Get over here.
The camera's right there.
This is my love, Rachel. She's my fiance, but not really my fiance.
Aw.
But I love her. Oh my god! Go away now. You're not allowed to do that on stream.
When did you plug me in?
What? I
Alright.
don't know. It just seemed like the right thing to do.
Thanks, Chip. Also,
Alright.
because my fucking thing is trashed.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's like wrecked.
What?
Did you break
What's
his
wrong
dongle?
with it?
No,
it
it's
fell
like
off
his
of a.
laptop
It
charger?
was plugged in and it fell off.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay.
We
yeah.
should just play pool on stream instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pool cue's broken.
The what? Oh
Broken.
no,
Let's
how
see,
did this happen?
Yeah.
It was broken when I got up here.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
right.
The trident was stolen when we got here.
Is this the trident?
Do we
Yeah.
not have 4 more?
Yeah, that's the MacGuffin.
No, this is like the spears that they were holding on their backs. They like crossed when you guys were trying to enter the city. Not allowed.
Oh.
Alright.
I can't get over our lips, dude.
So,
Yeah.
you all head out to this reef, and Baja leads you all to the location in which the Scrang and Obsidian were found. And you all have to walk extra slow because the Obsidian walks really slow.
Mhm.
They take their time. But
Having a leisurely stroll out here. Admiring the scenery.
you
Anything
know,
for my boy Killamere.
I didn't realize
That's
you wanted
my
to stay
boy,
down here
boys.
longer.
What?
I didn't realize you wanted to stay down here longer.
I mean, with a coral reef as beautiful as this, you might as well admire it.
it's quite like an Obsidian.
I've never seen a coral reef.
Should go to Australia.
What?
Have you never been underwater, Taman? This is coming from Rock. I mean, I
Not
haven't
in
either,
the,
so...
not in the ocean. No, I've
Mm.
never been there.
You know, this is quite the experience. Maybe we should just take in the reef and enjoy it. I mean, look at this beautiful nature that Jasper has blessed us with. This beautiful reef, unlike the reef on this earth that we're destroying right now. It's fine. Anyways, what is the earth that you speak of? I don't know. I'm from Barsave. Anyways, look at how well these fish people treat these Triton treat their reefs. maybe we should just sit here and enjoy the view that we have. Why are we trying to leave so soon?
Because if we do not find this trident, then the king captain will make us disappear.
He did say that. All right, let's find this trident.
Fair, but
Do not
to
like
the overworld, we've also disappeared. So maybe by saying that he's gonna make us disappear, he's just gonna send us back to the surface.
I don't think the king knows how we got here, so
Fair.
just in my opinion,
Are you willing
he
to take
didn't
that
seem
risk?
that bright.
I don't think so.
Hey, do not insult the king. Captain.
The king captain.
Okay, Captain King was not that bright.
He is beautiful.
He's
Did
pretty
you see
smart
how
to
bright those
me.
scales were?
So iridescent.
I'm just saying he could have used polishing.
His scales were very
Gotta
shimmery.
point my
What are you
harpoon
talking
really
about?
Some fish wax.
Yeah, he needs fish wax.
His scales were prettier than your tattoos. Get wrecked.
Triskin takes off his shirt.
No.
It looks like we might have a fight brewing.
Oh my god.
No, he just takes off his shirt to show off his tattoos.
I was gonna be like, do you want to fight me? Pretty sure I could end you, small
Does
elf boy.
Triskin have a Frank Ocean tattoo?
No,
Okay.
Triskin has a full body tattoo of thorns and
We love
a
you,
dramatic
Thorn.
depiction of
I don't even think Thorn's
this
watching.
like dark magic ritual that happened that motivates his entire life.
Anyways, he's covered in tattoos.
Okay.
Triskin rolls to flirt with Rock.
No.
Triskin gets an 8.
What does this be? Her social defense?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I don't know where social defense is on this. Oh no! Rock has a 7.
Triskin raises his eyebrows at Rock after his shirt is off, and she looks interested, and then he puts his shirt back on.
Okay, that's fine.
Her disposition is improved for me for the next week.
She's impressed by your muscles because clearly you work out maybe, and Rock likes working out, okay? So
Okay.
she's gonna be like, maybe we can work out together sometime.
It's a purely scientific interest.
Of course. I've never seen an elf be strong before. Puny little elf people.
So Baha, are we
Just
close
because
to the
most of
place
us went to
where,
art
you
school.
found these two?
Oh, absolutely, just outside the north entrance.
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys approach this reef. And there's like caution tape up around this like area, and there's like
Crime scene, do not
yeah,
enter.
there's like the little like
Chalk.
white chalk,
Yeah.
like outlines of like your two bodies where you had been on the
Oh my
ground. And some of the coral is gonna be like a little broken off around this area.
See,
And
these
they're
hooligans broke the coral.
what's up?
These hooligans broke the coral.
Yeah, look at them.
Fuck
Baha,
you, pig.
Defacing our property.
How exactly did you knock these guys out?
They were knocked themselves out. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
How exactly did you guys knock yourselves out?
What exactly did
Triskin
happen?
looks
Killing me?
simultaneously
I don't.
impressed and disgusted.
I don't.
I just remember of waking up in that prison cell.
I don't know. I remember a tiny bit before going unconscious. There was
What were you
a
doing?
dark presence in the water, and then I woke up in the cell.
Ah,
Mm.
I think I remember.
What do you mean a dark presence? Like, was the creature dark or
The
like,
entire area just darkened.
It was just like
Like something
you know how when
dark
you're
swimming above you?
oh my god.
That might be it.
You know how when you're up on the surface and then like a cloud shows up?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that,
But underwater.
Underwater. Yeah.
So it was like blocking out the light.
Yeah.
So it must have been big.
Maybe.
It was it small?
No.
I don't know. I didn't see it. I just saw the shadow.
Then it was probably big. Okay. Well, that's a lead. Well,
Hold on, I need to get some water.
Like, okay, wait.
should we take a short break? Do you guys want to get water? I mean, or we can just keep talking.
Just keep
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do my. I'm going to take a piss.
in game.
Can I look around for?
Kilomir walks off behind some coral.
Have a good piss, Kilomir.
Takes a piss.
I'm
Alright.
going to follow him.
You can't leave him unguarded.
Okay. So now that the Baja Blast guy is gone,
Baja Clarico.
Yeah.
I sidle up to Boris and I say, "So Boris, how exactly did you steal the trident? Don't worry, the guy is gone, so it's just between you and me."
Okay, there are very shaky memories in my mind, right? I remember going unconscious. I remember before that, we did try. Wait, so Baja is not here.
No, he's out guarding Kilomir. Also, you just make up however you stole it. I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah. Be creative. Or don't be creative. It doesn't matter.
Me and my boy Kilomir, we were just flexing down the boulevard. We came down here, right? We wanted this shiny ass trident, right? This fucking beautiful trident. So we infiltrate the palace and we take that shit, right? We had it at one point. I remember that. We were holding the trident. Me and him were just looking at each other and we were hanging.
How did it feel when you held the trident?
Felt like I was floating, but in place.
Whoa. Does it have like special powers?
Yeah.
Maybe we should just take the trident.
Is that Rock saying that?
Yeah.
That's
Rock's a
Are
little
y'all-
infatuated.
fuck yeah, dude. That shit is shiny as fuck, dude. Shit was cool.
It's pretty. Oh yeah.
Alright, so they know that we stole it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Wait, so now.
Wait a minute.
Oh fuck!
What was that?
They know that we bowl the.
Oh, you like bowling? Me
Yeah,
too.
we
That's
like
a
bowling.
great activity. All
Yeah.
friends love bowling.
That's what I said.
Favorite pastime.
That's what
Let's
I
go
said.
bowling once we rescue this trident.
Yeah.
Yes, Baja.
Sounds good.
I like bowling. That's what I said.
Please teach us the ways of the Triton. If we're allowed to be here afterwards.
Ever.
So we are all agreed that we should find this trident and bowl.
So Triskin goes over to the coral and tries to investigate like what broke it, if there's any like footprints around there or
Yeah.
something.
I'm gonna look around for signs of tracks as well.
Alright, go for it. What are you rolling? Just awareness.
Yes, I believe so. I hope so.
Yeah, I'm starting with awareness.
Yeah, 7.
14.
Yeah, I mean, so it looks like, you confirm your suspicions. Whatever has broken this coral appears to be pretty big. It seems to have like broken up kind of a large. Oh no, what is happening?
I've made
You
the
don't
flounder.
you don't want to know.
You requested this.
It's a flounder, Bobby.
Oh my god, look at its hat. I love it.
Show it to the stream people.
No. I feel like flounders would make a very good guard because they can only see like one direction.
Just put them against the wall.
Yeah.
They can be
Then they
part
have
of
such
the
good
wall.
range though.
That's
if you
why
put
the
it against
helmet's
the
facing
wall.
that way.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm glad you really thought this all through.
They've got the guns.
The gun, the pointed sideways gun is
Guns are
great.
on there. It's amazing.
Sideways gun is amazing. I like how you're using different
Also, they
legs.
have guns
No,
underwater.
you
It's a different
Same
bush and different legs every time.
How do you find this many different legs? And they're all like doing like this.
Yeah, I know. Do you have like a collection?
Nah, he has a shoe collection and that's all the same.
He just
leg
has a
image.
folder on his laptop called GAMS.
Oh no. Ah.
Yikes. Alright.
Do you have a leg and foot fetish, Matt?
Oh my god.
Matt, are you Dan Schneider?
No.
Dan Schneider. Anyways. Yes. So, you notice that the coral has like a pretty big like chunk of it has been like, it looks like it's almost been like stepped on, but it's not like a footprint. It looks kind of like just a straight path, as if like a giant bowling ball had rolled over it. Maybe they went bowling.
It goes full circle.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's just like a big path that has been kind of like cleared out somewhat. Not cleared out, but just kind of crushed a little. Some of them are dying.
Yeah.
Does it look pretty easy to follow?
It doesn't go too far. Like, it's just like a portion of the reef. I mean, you can follow it, but you might find something. But as for you rolling 14 on tracking, or did you just do awareness?
That was just awareness.
Awareness?
I can do a further tracking check if you'd like.
Yeah, you can. So you also find this like big path that has been carved out in the coral, and you also notice some like large scales around the like broken parts of the coral, and they're like super shimmery, like green blue color, like very like ocean mermaidy looking colors, and they're like big too.
I pull out one of the scales.
Yeah.
I hold it up to Baha. Does it match his coloration at all?
Mm-mm.
What do you think you're doing, Buckaroo?
Checking to see if
Let me get fought.
checking to see the contrast on the scale.
Do I look green to you?
It also looks much bigger than like his scales. Like I guess his scales would probably be like this, and like this scale is like that probably. It's definitely bigger. So yeah, it does not match. So it doesn't appear to be from any of the Triton.
Is the scale too big to be of any of your people?
I don't know, dude. I don't work here much.
Do you know what your own people look like?
The other
We
fish
are
people.
a varied race of fish people of Triton.
Fish.
Have you seen the flounder guards? They look very different than me or the king or queen.
I just like the lips on that queen.
Are any of the fish people
Try to see
big
that
enough
too.
to have a scale this huge?
That's what I was asking.
Is there like a giant race?
Not sure, dude.
I mean, the king.
Is the king the biggest one?
That's a great question. We don't usually have competitions for size around here. That's a common thing among other fish communities.
Oh my god.
The king said that the other fish communities were far away, right? Like it's not often that they interact. Would any of them have traveled this far to try and steal the Triton? I guess if it's a magical item, it's possible.
Perhaps if they dealt with King Captain, they might have wanted to steal his trident to try to usurp his power.
But why would they take it from these, as the king captain said, idiots? But I think that you're all very smart people.
I think that
Rock's gonna like cringe as she says that.
I think that
So
observation answers
Boris is
itself.
I see what you're saying. You all weren't working with anyone, were you? Trying to hand this off.
Did
to
anyone
any of
pay you to steal the trident?
Wait a minute.
We are bowlers, not stealers.
Gonna load
What
my
did you all
harpoon
used to
gun.
do in the other world? Are you talk like pirates? Or are you?
My mother was a pirate.
My father used to waterboard me when I was a child.
What?
I'm only 50% pirate. Don't worry.
And that's why you turned to a life of crime?
Yes.
Pirate being not an occupation, but part of my genetic code.
Very hard for me to talk about my past.
Do you also do it as an occupation?
You'll have to figure that one out.
I think that's what she's trying to
Yes.
figure
Either
out.
way, were you working? Did anyone pay you for this, or was this a part of your own plan?
It's just me and my boy Kilmer.
What
Alright.
vessel are you guys from?
Ah.
Clearly you're a sailor of some sort.
Yeah,
What sort of
sailor
sailor are
of
you?
the skies.
Mm.
But that ship,
You're definitely out of
The
your
ship has
element here.
sailed.
that ship has set sail in other places.
Now it sail the seas.
Triskin, as Rock says, that ship has sailed, puts his arm around her and says, making puns now, are we? With a 7. Oh my god.
She's gonna pick up a large like sea rock off of the ground and just smash her head into
And then die.
and be like, I'm never making a pun ever again.
Is hitting yourselves with rocks common among your people?
Only those of us who talk with Triskin.
Okay, I will avoid that conversation then.
It's what they do when they're aroused.
Hit themselves in the head with boulders.
That's why it's called a hard-on.
God.
You made Rose retreat into her cabin.
I can't play this anymore. How do I do anything in here?
Maybe we should follow these scrapes along the coral. We might find the giant fish which presumably knocked the two of you unconscious.
So I presume the rest of the party is with us, right?
Yeah, everyone's
Yeah.
together.
I
think.
would just assume they're not here.
Yeah, maybe they just.
Maybe they're just taking a really long nap.
They were on vacation.
They stayed on the boat.
Yeah, they're guarding the boat.
They're napping on the boat. Yeah, guarding the boat.
Mr. Baha, I heard that you are a renowned elementalist, and I was wondering if you had the ability to see into the astral plane.
I'm not gonna talk to him. I don't want to have to hit myself with a rock.
But you can still hear him.
Did you ever remove
I was
your
supposed
arms
to listen
around
to
the
him?
rock?
No, she let it happen for a while, and then they kind of naturally slid away.
Oh
and
my
it was
God.
over.
Do you have the ability to peer into the nether realm?
She's friendly
Uh,
towards him now.
I
I know, and I hate it.
I
This is
don't
not how our
think I
character's
do.
supposed to be.
Okay.
Boris is
That's
also
a great
an
question.
Rock isn't friendly towards anyone.
It's the astral
Oh my
sight talent.
God.
Oh. Alright, let's
Boris is also an elementalist. He has the ability to heat food.
Oh
No.
my God.
That's so useful. Wow. Wait, you know what? You know what's really good to eat? Fish.
Blasphemy!
Cannibal.
Eat the king.
Eat
The king.
Eat the king.
I'm gonna shoot Nymel in the leg with my harpoon gun.
Okay.
Heathen!
Ah, fuck you, pig.
Mr. Baha out over there
There's
looks
so
like a
much
snack.
happening.
Oh my God.
Back!
Wait, is he harpooned
I
now?
have a fucking harpoon in my leg, dude.
It's alright, I'm a healer.
I'm not sure how things are done where the two of you are from, but we normally don't eat other name givers in the Kingdom of Thrall.
I told you they were
does have
evil.
a name. I
Is
guess
Taco
you are a
Bell
name
canon?
giver then.
Yeah.
Huh.
I guess we can't eat him. You're right.
Is Taco Bell canon?
Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can eat Taco Bell. What's
I'm asking you, is it canon?
is it what?
Is it
Canon.
canon?
Canon?
No, Taco Bell is canon.
Taco Bell's
Taco
Bell's canon.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, can we get sponsored by? If you're watching this, Taco Bell, please.
I'm sure Taco
Oh
Bell
my
is
God.
watching.
Definitely.
We all ate Taco Bell today. Well, at least me and Bane.
Yeah,
I
raise your
didn't.
hand if you
Yeah.
had Taco Bell today.
I wish I had Taco Bell today.
Sponsor us. We'll eat Taco Bell on stream next time.
I will sip Baja. Actually, Matt will sip as much Baja Blast as you give him.
Okay, I kind of hated the Baja Blast, but it's fine. Still sponsor us.
now.
It's
You
fine.
just got rid of our sponsor.
Don't eat Baja.
Oh my God.
Great.
Gone.
Okay.
I'll
does,
drink it if you send it.
Does Baha have the astral sight ability?
He does not. Yeah, I asked him already.
Y'all want me to
Yeah.
catch some wind? I can do that.
Does
Catch
do
some
you
wind.
have the astral sight ability?
Astral sight. I don't think I do know.
It'd be
There's
under
like a
talents.
sea breeze,
Oh,
right? Or there's like sea currents. That's like wind
No,
almost.
I
Yeah,
guess.
fill that out.
I just have the wind
Oh, okay.
catcher talent.
I have racial.
What are we supposed to do with that?
I don't know.
You guys can ride the waves now.
Yeah, I think you
Oh, wait,
sail
no,
the
I think
skies
so.
more efficiently.
No,
Okay.
I don't.
Alright.
Okay, so I guess after asking that, then Triskin just tells Taman to take the lead and like do the tracking stuff that he does well.
I got a 9 on my tracking.
You did? Okay. Let me see really quick.
Plus, I have a piece of the thing, so if I can. If
You
that
have what?
helps.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
a piece of the thing.
Does that make you like better at tracking?
I mean,
I imagine. I didn't know if that was a specific thing that they noted in the book.
not really.
Alright. That's alright. Let me look up something. So, yeah, so you're gonna see some tracks. And they're going to appear to be. Most of it is like the same kind of slender, like round path that kind of appeared to crush the coral a little, and then you're gonna see every now and then like kind of these fins.
Mhm.
It looks like fins on the ground, which is different from the Triton who have
Legs.
with heels on.
Mhm.
So, you know, that's a pretty, like, heels make a pretty clear definition in the ground. You know, there's like the little hole. Yeah. So, clearly, this is something that walks with fins. And at the end of the fins, you kind of see, like, pokes into the ground as if there's, like,
Like little
claws
claws.
on the end of it. So, almost as if it's, like, kind of dragging itself through the water a little bit. But it's definitely, it's not everywhere.
Does this
It, like, picks up off the ground every now and then. Like it was swimming.
does this correspond to any type of animal that I know about?
It's not Triton.
I can half magic
It's
that.
possible.
All right, I'll half magic it. That's a 18
Yeah.
for knowledge of this beast based on its tracks.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a beast.
I would say it's not a beast.
Okay.
I don't think it counts as a beast. But because of your backstory,
Mhm.
it.
Oh shit.
I'll give you something.
Oh
It
no.
appears to be similar in. From what you can grasp, body shape of something like a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely in size too. A little slender, but I mean, it definitely has, you know, the claws. It has the like serpent-like body. If a dragon was underwater, this might be what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep. But you're able to follow its tracks for a while if you want to keep following.
Okay.
Do you wanna let the party know? I guess they all.
Yeah. So you guys will, as you see me like continuing tracking, and I'm looking at the scale and kind of pondering, and I'm just mumbling to myself like, no, it cannot be one of those. It's far too big. It looks it's more like oh no.
What is it?
This. I think that we are on the trail of a dragon, or maybe a drake.
But now, I recall dragons fly,
But we
are underwater.
but we are underwater right now.
They're-
And we are
they're-
walking and breathing.
He's
There
just
are-
like me,
there
out
are
of his
dragons.
element.
Dragons live where they want to live.
Okay.
That surely you know about the dragon Mountain Shadow who lives near the Death Sea. He practically lives in a volcano.
Yes, surely I know that from my school education.
My art school education.
Look, Triskin's art school did not offer a very comprehensive education. They taught him how to tattoo and then send him off into the world.
Do you have to go to school for tattooing?
In Triskin's hometown, yes.
Oh my god.
What are you gonna do? Just do it like with no practice?
Well,
I mean, I feel like all
they
your
taught
tattoo
him they
artists-
taught him how to do other stuff, right? And then he, after that, was like his final semester. He did a project of tattooing.
All right. Perfect. So,
I'm not certain what kind of reception we will get when we find this individual. However, I think that the two of you should consider yourselves quite lucky that you're still alive.
Fair enough. But maybe I was the dragon the whole time.
I hold the scale up to him.
Nah.
Gilliman, that was a shitty joke.
Yeah, it's, the iridescent green matches a little bit of the moss on your back, but it's not rocky enough to be from you. I'm
Is
afraid.
rock green?
Kinda. She's an orc.
So we're looking for a green rock.
No,
I don't have scales, you idiot.
Hey, you're supposed to like me now.
No. Not when you make jokes like that one. Listen, I was never nice to you. I'm at least a little more nice, which is still not nice.
Oh my god.
Don't talk to me.
all right. Let's continue forward.
Can we take on a dragon?
What do you mean by take on?
Like, if this dragon has the trident, how are we gonna fight it?
What other options do we have?
We could ask it nicely for it back.
We can ask for reinforcements.
We can have the two prisoners run in and distract him while we grab the trident and run.
Fuck you, pig!
That sounds like a war crime.
I'm not at war.
You're soon to be.
Why though?
Your country will fall into civil war if you don't get this trident back.
Well, we're gonna get the trident, so it's not a war crime.
Haha.
They're
Are you?
evil.
I thought you were one of the top elementalists.
Does not give up
That doesn't mean they're not evil.
Oh my god.
What? Anyways. Alright. So let's try and find this dragon's lair and reason with it to give us the trident.
We could also be sneaky.
Or be sneaky.
Or just be sneaky.
I'm not very good at being sneaky. I'm
Yeah, you
like,
thieves would be
Lord.
sneaky, wouldn't you?
Did you
Alright.
just call me stinky?
Sneaky.
Are either of you stealthy?
How have you stolen things so far?
Wait,
How
someone
did you
stole
get the
something?
trident?
He never stole
That's supposed to be a
anything.
secret.
Rock.
Who stole
I don't
what?
care. This is a life or death situation.
This may or may not have been our first dice.
What are you heisting? Go pull out my harpoon gun again.
Talking about these are bowling terms.
Pull
Have
out
you
the
ever
J-board.
bowled?
Yes, I bowl frequently.
Without the tape.
It's a trident pastime.
Maybe. Wait. Did you guys get the trident while they were bowling?
Wait a minute, you guys got the trident. It was you. I'm calling the police.
It was bowling Tuesday.
Wait.
No. Oh my! Aren't you the police?
I'm part time.
What's your other time?
Bowling instructor.
Oh my god.
Listen, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they stole it originally or not. It's gone now, and we have to get it back. So
You
you're
guys are
sitting.
lucky I'm off duty.
Oh my god! You're
Are
on duty right
No,
now.
I'm just doing business for the king.
He's,
Oh,
an
I
off,
wanna get
he's an
this.
off-duty bowling instructor.
Yeah.
We are gonna get this trident.
Bowling
That's all that
instructor
matters.
is the harshest of
Yeah.
the civic duties.
I
We
see.
had the trident. There was a big shadow, and then we got fucked up, and then we're here.
Okay.
Yeah, they're still evil.
What? Who's evil?
Damn, they stole the thing!
You just hit him in the leg with a trident.
He deserved it.
With a
He shot
harpoon.
me in the leg with a
You're
harpoon.
not using the leg, we're in the water.
He's
Just use
walking
your
right
fins.
now.
Is there a harpoon in my
Use
leg?
your fins. I think there is still a harpoon in your leg.
Fuck.
Well, you better go catch it.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense as a joke.
Anyways, we keep following this trail. And we, after a certain point, the waters get a little more rough. The seafloor is a little rocky. It kind of turns into a more like underwater mountain range type area. It's getting a little mountainous. Nothing crazy, but it's a little more torn up here. And eventually, you see kind of these fins lead to a cliff, and it kind of opens up, and it's this big cavern, and you can't see to the bottom, but the paths stop here at the side. So I don't know if there's fall damage here, but you can try swimming to the bottom or jump in.
And
How does
it
that-
goes like straight down?
Yeah, it the floor just opens up, and then there's just a cavern in the bottom of the sea.
You said you were an air sailor, are you not?
Yes.
Perhaps you could catch wind down there.
Catch a wind. Well, I'm not sure if water currents really count as wind, but I can see what I can do here.
I'm trying.
So I guess it's air sailing. I don't even use that.
Talent.
This is my talent.
What's your talent step?
Air, for what is this step?
Oh, you didn't fill that part out, did you?
No, I didn't know.
Okay,
it didn't
so
have
let's
anything
just
with-
say your step is 3 because you're circle 3, right? And then you're gonna add that to the relevant thing, which I guess would be dexterity in this case. So 3 plus 6.
Plus 6.
Now you're gonna scroll
So roll
down to
step
the
9.
step table and
Wait.
find step 9.
Just look
So
here.
just roll a d8 plus a d6.
Here's a D8 and a D6.
So if
Okay.
he fucks up, does
Alright.
he die?
Maybe.
Okay.
He just falls into the cavern.
Kill me, right?
You go, "Ah!"
Please,
If you get the max on either die, re-roll them.
I mean,
Add to
what
them.
other chance do I have? Otherwise, I'm gonna get killed by Fishman over here.
And you deserve it.
Is that a 5?
It's a 5.
Yeah, that's a 5. Wow.
Oh, that's a solid roll right there for a D6 and a D8. Neither of those die have 5 sides. All more than that. All right.
Damn.
So, all of a sudden, this you notice kind of bubbles coming up out of the cavern. There's some air down there somewhere, so kind of he's controlling it to bubble up, and there's a little slight current that steadily comes up now, just a little, just a few bubbles.
Oh boy.
Is it enough
Oh.
to slow him down?
It might be.
Here goes
Try
nothing.
it.
and
Oh,
I just
no.
Wait,
You
I
are
can,
a large rock.
I
Don't
can-
jump.
I can give you air armor.
air armor.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, yes.
Oh, that'd be good.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
So the wind catcher talent he uses negates falling damage.
It does negate falling damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait,
I mean, you didn't use it
wind-
very well,
Wind
so.
catcher or wait, air sailing?
Wind
Wind
catcher.
catcher.
Wind catcher.
Okay, yeah, I do have wind catcher. Yeah.
Wind catcher lets you negate falling damage. With
Wait, did you roll for wind catcher or air?
It's his talent.
He
it's
rolled
some-
for air sailing.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know. I don't know what these mean.
Can I
man.
give him
It's
air
fine.
armor?
Wait, what's your wind catcher step? Or what is?
We didn't write any of
We
this
don't
down.
know.
We don't know any
Wait,
of
that
this.
would also be
What's-
circle.
what's your willpower step?
Yeah.
Willpower,
Willpower is,
9.
Is
The step.
step is 9. Yeah.
The step is 9.
Yeah, he has good willpower.
Holy shit.
What's up? Anyways.
Should I give him air armor?
Okay,
Sure,
rank
well-
plus willpower, yeah.
I give him.
Wait,
air
what's your
armor.
willpower?
So,
Well, step is 9, so willpower is 20. Oh, sorry, it's 23.
3.
Wait, your willpower is
3 plus
A step 9?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So 3 plus 9. So roll 2d10, please,
Damn.
to see if you
And
can
here's
negate
one
all
d10.
Basically, you have to get a 6 or higher.
Where's the
We should have.
Here's more d10s.
There's 2.
Thank you.
So you've
Oh,
caused
they're
a
so
small
small.
current to
I get that a
bubble
lot.
upwards somehow with your
Right.
air sailing
Are you
talent.
serious? I got a 4.
No. That's a 10.
Oh,
Is that a
14.
zero?
So you got a 14, and then so in this
Oh, you get to
system,
roll
when
again.
you
Yeah.
get the max on a dice, you re-roll it,
And add that
then
to the
add
total.
that to the total.
Oh,
14 plus 4.
4.
So he gets an
Yeah,
18.
18.
I ignored it. It seemed like a pun.
Seems like a good thing to ignore.
Said the sea
You're an
was getting
18.
rocky.
Yo.
You got an 18? Oh my god!
No.
No! You're not allowed to Photoshop anymore.
What did you
Oh
send
my
me?
god.
It's a picture of a seafloor with a bunch of Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Man,
The
man, we
sea
need
floor's
to.
getting rocky, guys.
Right down there.
What is this weird
too
blue
dangerous
circle
for your own
blue
good.
X on the bottom?
Oh, I had one highlighted when I was screenshotting with my bad.
You're terrible at
Can't you just
Photoshop.
quick export as a PNG?
Look, I'm doing this all in one thing, and Adobe Illustrator. It's a story.
story.
Is this gonna be our house meeting story time?
Yes.
Definitive house meeting.
Wow,
Game
yes,
of the Year
please.
edition with Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Oh my goodness.
And
All right. So, your wind, after the small little stream is bubbling up and
Yeah.
whatnot, and then all of a sudden it goes whoosh, and this big current comes upwards.
Nice.
And you guys can kind of, jump into it and,
Yeah, so
and ride it down slowly. It's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
pushing you up so you don't fall too quickly.
very good.
You wanna,
Is
I guess,
it completely dark down there?
Yeah, I want to yeet myself.
yeah,
down
it looks
there.
pretty dark.
Okay.
I have.
You yeet yourself in there?
I
Yeah.
eat with.
Rock is definitely not going to be the first to jump in. So
Oh,
she's
I'm just
wait.
gonna jump straight in.
Here I come, Gillimere!
Does the wind catch him as well, or does it just catch the air sailor?
I jump in!
Fucking just dies.
Oh my God.
Fucking dies.
I jump in.
As much as I want you to just fucking plummet to the bottom of the cavern, I'm gonna say that it catches you as well.
Well, I can just swim because I'm a fish.
You do. You wanna just swim
I'm
beside
gonna
the
swim
current?
down,
Okay.
holding my harpoon gun directed towards them,
Okay.
just in case.
Sorry, I'm emailing support at adobe.com.
So shut off his license.
Please revoke license
Number.
key for Matthew.
Did you find their
What is happening? Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, so I guess
is
when
done.
Rock sees them both kind of falling, she's gonna be like, what else do I have to live for? And she's gonna jump into the current and slowly, I guess, kind of fall down as well. It's kind of fun. It's like skydiving almost, except less deadly.
I'll jump after.
Okay.
You have us to live for, Rock.
So
Aw.
Triscan is
Oh.
going to draw his longsword,
My
which
heart.
he still has belted to his waist for whatever reason.
Okay.
And also jump down, but he's gonna be prepared to stab it in the side of the cliff like an action movie hero, just in case.
Like slowly come to a stop. Yeah, so you guys, everyone's jumped in. You slowly ride this current down.
I wonder how we're gonna get back out.
Solid question.
We'll figure that out once we get there. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
What if we tame this dragon?
That'd be
I
pretty
don't
sick.
think you can do that.
Why not?
Dragons are name givers. That would be slavery.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, that's illegal here.
Yeah.
Roxette
We don't like
squaring
that.
up,
What if
Yeah.
rolling
Fight
up her
me?
sleeves.
Are you a Theron in disguise?
No.
We were suspecting Therons when we first got here.
I was suspecting Thetterns.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what a Theron is.
What is a Thorin?
Alright, I don't think they're Therons. It's okay. Therons are the, I guess, civilization group of people who do prolifically participate in slavery.
They used to be in control of Barsave hundreds of years ago.
Ah.
Barcelona, yeah, I know that place.
Fair enough.
Barcelona.
I should
a
remember
good
that,
Ed
but
Sheeran
I've
song.
forgotten.
Yes.
Alright.
I'm 300 years old. I should know all this.
I'm like 20. How are we friends? Okay, whatever.
How old are you?
300 years old.
Listen.
I was there back when the horrors were there. Fuck.
Oh no.
You've seen some shit.
I've seen some shit.
I mean,
Wow, that 20 ended that one.
alright. So as you all kind of drift down this current, the further you go, you kind of see the sides of the cave getting lit up by like various things. There's some like random
it's lit.
sea stones that glow on the side. Every now and then you see a fish kind of like light up and then swim off really quickly.
You seen any anglerfish?
Yeah,
Fuck
the
yeah,
little
dude.
orbs glowing or whatever.
Yeah.
They like looked super terrifying in real life, so it's kind of not fun. But
I glower at one of the anglerfish as I drift past it.
you what?
I glower at it.
It glowers back. Its weird sharp teeth that are so upsetting. And then I'm gonna look at a picture. Now you gotta put Matt. Are you doing it? All right.
An angler.
Is there an
angler triton.
anglerfish person that lives in your society?
Absolutely.
You better make some
They're
dumb
so
shit for
creepy.
this.
Oh my
Request
god.
for anglerfish related Photoshop.
He's doing it.
Okay.
God.
Anyways,
I've already searched anglerfish.
yeah, there's like glowing moss and algae and whatnot, like plankton, bioluminescent beach stuff, glowing on the side of the cavern. So it like is dimly lit, I would say. So you can like kind of see as you fall down, and then as you get closer to the bottom, it seems to like light up a little more. But there's also like a huge dark shadow at the bottom of this. Like,
As in, like, something sitting on top of all the light.
something like that.
Is it warm? I'm looking at it with heat vision.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Like warm, like it's living.
Yes. Like, is it?
I guess. I don't know. Our dragon's cold-blooded.
That's up to you to decide.
I feel like that's not up to me to decide. I feel like that's probably
Rose,
in
you
one of the
invented
books.
dragons.
I did not invent dragons. There's a whole book on dragons.
I don't know.
So, I mean, it's probably. I mean, I imagine it's warm. I think
Okay.
all name givers are warm. Oh my god. Well, I don't know, because would Scrang be warm-blooded or cold-blooded? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Either way, you see this large
Okay.
shape, filling up like a large part of the bottom of the cavern from what you can see. And oh my god. Who all did you send this to? Oh, you sent it to Matt. Okay.
No, I sent it
Randall.
to support.
You actually sent it to them?
Well, that's not an actual email address,
Oh,
so.
okay. I was like, you can't just send emails that say he's dumb and an asshole.
You can. It's, he's dumb and an asshole.
Oh my god. Alright.
Do we see the Triton down here?
talking about
No.
Trident. Sorry.
Oh.
Triton.
Do we see the
They're
Trident down
kidnapped
here?
Triton. Hiding in the corners. No.
Okay.
No, it's just the big creature. You don't see anything else. So, as you all start to follow a little closer, it kind of perks its head up and looks towards you all.
Oh, good.
Good.
I'm gonna wave.
It's going to
Hello
lift up
there.
a fin and wave back. What brings you all to my lair?
Usually the good guys don't call it a lair.
The dragon.
Dragons, every dragon has a lair. Do you not know much of my species? I'm sure you all have brought a gift, as one does when they come to visit a dragon in their lair.
Of course, we
I've brought
have.
you this amazing longsword, and he,
Can that gift be friendship?
like, and puts
How do you propose friendship?
I don't know. We could go out on a fishing trip together.
That sounds lovely.
Blasphemy!
That sounds lovely. Blasphemy.
Of course, I have brought a gift for someone as esteemed as yourself.
I'm sure you have.
And I'll pull out a scroll of parchment. I have been mapping the Serpent River as I've been traveling across it.
Okay. Where is the Serpent River that you speak of?
It is in a land, I guess, far from here, known as Barsave.
Okay.
Have you
Well-
heard of it?
I might have heard of it from some tales I've heard hundreds and hundreds of years ago, but I'm not very familiar. Maybe I'll have to make a trip out there one day to experience the Serpent River in all of its glory, I'm sure it sounds like. You see, I am somewhat of a serpent, so clearly it is named after me. I should go take a visit there.
That is why I figured this would be such a suitable gift for one such as yourself.
Thank you.
And my hand's trembling as I pass it out.
He's gonna like plop his
Oh my
fin
God.
by you, and it's gonna kind of like
Oh my god.
blow out of your hand into his fin.
My gift is my heart. You can always have it. You, my fellow dragon. Yeah.
It sounds like he's swearing fealty to you.
Yeah. Are you actually physically giving me your heart? Because hearts are kind of a delicacy. I would
It's
love to eat one right now. I'm very
Metaphorical.
hungry.
Very metaphorical heart.
Metaphorical heart?
Oh my
Yes.
god.
What does your metaphorical heart have to offer me?
Love. Support.
You see, I've lived
Kinkiness.
I've lived hundreds and hundreds of years, as I've just
Fuck
said.
that dragon.
I don't have
That
much.
dragon dealings.
Please don't.
I rolled flirt with the
Stop!
Good luck on that social defense.
I don't have much to offer you, or I don't think there's much that you have to offer me in terms of love and kindness.
Do you like
see.
bowling?
Do not disgrace the name of bowling. It's such a beautiful fish.
What?
Fish creature, aquatic animal, dragon, person.
I don't know.
We can go
I've
bowling.
gone
That's my
bowling.
gift.
So I'm going on a fishing trip and a bowling trip.
Yes.
These heathens know not of bowling.
Fuck
Let me
you.
teach you instead.
I hear he is the
Ah,
greatest
bowling.
bowling instructor of his people.
I see.
My flirting with a dragon test got a 15. Or sorry, no, a 17.
Whoa.
Why is this happening?
I say, I give you my longsword.
His social defense is 17.
Both
Ugh.
of them.
That's really good, man.
Why are you flirting with him? Wait, what? No!
Did you hear that?
It took me a minute to set in. Oh no. Oh my god. How would a dragon even respond to this?
The dragon is vaguely intrigued by it. Sorry, let me pull up the description of the flirting skill.
Do we know this dragon's name? What is your
Yeah.
name, dragon?
I am Leviathan.
That's a good name.
Well, I mean, it is what I am, but it is also my name. I'm not very creative. You can call me Levi. Sup, Levi, if you're watching this stream, hit the follow button. Love you.
You get a
Aw.
free subscription with Twitch Prime.
Yeah, you do. Alright. My name's
so-
Levi.
A single success intrigues the target. He or she wants to spend more time with the flirting character, trying to learn more about him or her. With 2 successes, me with Rock, the character gains the target's full attention. He or she wants to spend almost all available time with the character. 3 successes leaves a lasting impression
No,
on
I
the
think that's
target.
like in one roll.
Yeah, that's in a single roll.
But like, I've like had.
You can't do multiple successes to
Yeah, I'm not
like,
gonna
gain
allow
a-
it on this one.
Fuck. Well,
She was
anyway.
intrigued, and then it wore off because she hit herself in the face with a boulder, and then she was intrigued again.
Wait, are you sure that you want this dragon wanting to be around you?
That's what I was about to say.
Look, it's
This
a
dragon
strategy.
is gonna look at you and be like,
I will keep you.
ah.
It wants to learn more about me, right? So now I am going to say, after offering both of my long swords to it and being down on one knee for a brief period of time, I'm going to put the long sword into the ground and say, we come here on a quest seeking a trident that was taken from Captain King person.
King Captain.
King
King Captain. And King Captain needs this trident to hold the integrity of his city together. So, I don't know if you, having been in tune with the magical forces of this realm for so long, would be aware of such a magical object being moved around here, but...
Yes, you see, I have the trident, but I'm not going to give it back to you all. How ignorant are you all to walk into a dragon's lair asking for its property in return for such weak gifts as a bowling trip? Who even know
You're
what
calling our
bowling
fishing
is?
trip weak. I cannot believe you would insult me like this.
I'm
Do not
sorry,
insult
did I make you upset?
Do not-
Yes,
Oh no.
I was looking forward to a fun trip,
How big is
and you're
Leviathan, by the way?
shitting.
You have to, like, you have to drink that.
How big are
It's big
his
enough to eat whales and
Big enough-
giant squids. So.
Oh no.
how
my
big
father
are
was eating
how big are his
that.
teeth compared to us?
By making you angry, you fall into my stand.
I'm gonna imagine probably about the size of Rock.
Okay, so his teeth are bigger than me. Gotcha.
Yes, that's definitely correct. I mean, yeah, I'm thinking if it's big enough to eat a whale,
Wow, that's actually pretty impressive.
yeah, it's probably gonna be like orc-sized teeth.
Oh lord.
Oh lord.
I don't like that.
She's getting
Yes.
angry at the
I
Leviathan.
did in fact warn you.
This isn't going well, Jesus.
This is a
I'm kinda scared.
It's going to kind of look at you and be like, the only one that gift has intrigued me so far is this creature with the pointy ears. I'll allow you to live if you stay with me in my lair here. But I don't know how I feel about the rest of these. They come seeking my property, my trident. You see these triton on the surface. They're so annoying, bowling all the time. I have to listen to that over and over. Do you think it's fun to hear bowling sounds echoing down into your cavern nonstop?
Have you ever tried
Yes.
bowling?
I don't want to. It seems like such a disgusting and vile sport. There's no skill based in bowling.
There are competitions.
I say perhaps I could persuade you to part with the trident if I gave you a more permanent gift, something that would last for your entire lifespan.
What is that?
Why, a tattoo, of course.
I don't think you can tattoo scales.
He's quite skilled though.
You've never seen my technique. If you would allow me to try somewhere.
If you hurt me, I will eat you immediately.
Triskin weighs his options. Triskin wants to know how dead he would be if he were swallowed whole by this Leviathan.
I mean, you'd probably take 24 or 48 hours to dissolve in its stomach acid.
Okay, yeah, I think I can hack my way out. Triskin
What makes you think he'll
says,
swallow you whole?
Does
So
that
I
mean?
gotta get out of here. Come save me, you know what I'm saying?
The unimportant.
So Triskin says to the dragon, I must warn you that it will hurt a little bit, as all tattoos do.
I understand.
You understand? Oh my god.
I did say I was hungry.
Uh,
Bowling anglers.
Oh no.
Does he use his light to lure the pins?
Hey, can you do one of the dragon being tattooed by me?
Oh my god.
Let me look up my artisan skill.
I mean,
on
I
how to,
see you
use
reusing
it
the
again.
same image from last time, just really zoomed in.
I love that actually.
Oh, the
Yeah.
background?
The background.
I should have put him on the rocky beach.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's so gross. I guess while you're looking up this skill.
Yeah.
Look into the lives of the trident. You want to see it, Rachel?
14.
There you go, Rachel.
Okay, Rose, how difficult does Triskin think that
Have you ever tattooed scales before?
He's tattooed Scrango.
yes, I've tattooed Scrang before.
Okay. So you have this knowledge at least.
Yeah.
Knowledge. You're like a rush.
Yeah, he's just gonna fucking go for it.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Here we go, boys.
An 11?
Yeah.
Oh, glad that wasn't two
I
ones.
thought that was a 1.
Well, it was a 1 and a 10.
Ah.
So the 10 re-rolls, right?
2d12.
Oh, okay.
What's that? Let's see. I mean, that's pretty good. I'll say you managed to tattoo him.
Oh, what does the dragon want?
I don't know, just go with your artistic expressionism.
Uh.
He'll kind of bear through the pain, but it's not going to be enough that he's going to want to eat you yet.
Okay, cool. So.
Pretty sure whatever you choose will make him happy or not.
Oh gosh, what if I want a tattoo on a dragon?
Another
A
dragon?
lovely longsword.
How about himself?
Franklin,
What did you say? A what?
A longsword.
Yeah,
Which type?
so
No.
Bowling pins.
Triskin pulls out
Bowling
all of
pins.
his tattooings for
What?
this
Bowling
purpose
pins.
and tattoos a beautiful blue ocean on the
On
Dragon.
his green
on the
scales.
dragon's
His
side.
scales are already blue and green, so.
Yeah, but so he weaves it in such a way that like the colors contrast with the scales beautifully, right? And then he makes it kind of look like Triskin's face going like this.
What?
Oh my god.
He is intrigued by you, therefore having your face on his body is.
But it's not like obviously Triskin, right? But it's like obviously like a like humanoid form doing this, but it's made out of like the waves of an ocean. This is a really cool tattoo. I want it now.
I feel like this would be impossible to actually go through.
Yeah, it says Frank.
This is well, I don't know. The difficulty test may be higher than an 11. That would totally be fair. Triskin is fine getting eaten.
Yeah, I guess
Triskin's a boy.
he's fine getting eaten.
It's
I
just
mean,
Bane.
an 11's alright. I'll say he looks at it and is like, I'll shed my scales anyways, it's fine. But this
Triskin is sad because he was really proud of it up until now.
It is not the gifts that we come seeking your favor to return some property that is very clearly yours back to
Of course,
the
of course.
back to the Tritons.
I mean, I found it just lying on the ground outside of the city, so I mean, of course it's mine. Finders keepers, right?
But I have heard tales of other dragons who have befriended similar cities within the areas near their lair, and the arrangement has been quite mutually beneficial to both the dragon and the society. I'm not certain if you've heard of an individual by the name of Icewing.
Yes, I think I've heard of that name before.
But he happens to be one of the patrons of the Kingdom of Thrall, back where we are from. Perhaps a show of good faith would be you grant the King Captain the Trident as a show of an alliance between you and him.
Do you want to roll for diplomacy? Do you have diplomacy or persuasion?
I have none of those. I can roll a straight charisma.
Sure.
8.
That's pretty good. It is something I will consider, but there's one problem.
What is that problem?
The trident cannot be retrieved.
Did
Why?
I have swallowed the trident.
I can go get the trident.
I am hungry.
Yes, let's sacrifice the prisoner.
Hold on, are we seriously going to let
Do you-
Vor into this campaign?
What's up?
Are we going to let Vor into this campaign?
Are we in war?
We started by eating eggs, so
Oh boy.
There's a lot of eating happening right now.
Wait, Rose, you know what Vor is, right?
Yes, I know what
Okay,
war
so
is.
make
Don't
sure-
stop talking about it on the live stream.
do you normally eat priceless artifacts that you find?
I'm not concerned about the value of this item. I am more concerned about this city of Merlantis being falling to ash. They quite bother me. It's been many, many years that I've put up with their shenanigans and their loud crashes that sound like thunder, but
What if we add soundproofing to the bowling alleys?
That would be a good place to start, would it not?
What if we moved the bowling alleys to
The
your
south
lair
entrance.
and your lair to the bowling alleys?
What does that accomplish?
Well, then he won't hear the bowling alleys because he'll be in the city away from all the bowling. And the sound won't echo down through the seabed and the stone. And he'll be conveniently in the city where he can eat anything he wants.
Anything.
you know, trident are quite tasty.
Mm.
Maybe you should be the first one that I swallow.
Oh shit.
He's basically a fish. Rock rhymes with fish in my language. Therefore,
I don't know about that.
do you speak Triton? That's what I thought.
You know, he makes a fair point. Either way, I'm tired of talking to you all.
Oh, good.
Maybe I can just swallow you all, and then you can attempt to find the trident together.
So this is gonna be war.
So how do we get out?
I mean, this trident is magical, is it not?
Are
you saying that
like
we
us
kill
to
you?
magically stab you?
No.
Do you not want to be alive? Is there anything you want to talk about?
Oh, no.
I mean, I live in quite a dark place, you see.
I'm sorry.
Not much lives down here. No. We should not get into this.
There
right?
there are tons of fish down
We could
here.
get you some angler
But
Triton friends
you
to light
see,
up your
there's-
world.
Those Triton, they're always bowling over and over, and no one ever thinks to invite me to join them to bowl.
I offered
We just
bowling.
literally
invited you to join
We'll bowl together,
It's too
Levi.
late now.
It's
I've been
never too
years
late.
without anyone
We can
inviting
find
me to go
love.
bowl.
We can bowl. We can do whatever you want, Levi.
The trident is gone. There's no way to get it back now except for you all to find it inside of me.
Which orifice would you like us to enter?
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Myths Guided. I'm your new GM, Bane Grom. Oh my god. Okay.
All right.
Anyways, now that I'm done screaming in the hallway,
You kind of walked into it though. That's on YouTube.
I want. Please just let me swallow. There's literally nothing I can say here. I have like 8 different options.
As he's saying the word swallow,
Stop.
so he says that, right? And Triskin just hooks onto one of his large teeth and yeets himself into his
Thank
throat.
I was gonna say he doesn't have to ask us. He is the dragon.
Well, he was about to just eat you after
After I asked him which orifice.
after that, and then he started talking, and then he was, cut off halfway and was just gonna eat you guys anyways. So, Triskin already went for it. He's just gonna continue to, pick you all up and
How much space is in his
eat
stomach?
you.
It's probably
He swallows whales, so
Oh yeah, that's
probably
Enough.
a lot, yeah.
enough to like walk
Friend the
through.
whales in his stomach.
Oh my god, what if you found a whale and okay, so you
And
know
then got
when you
swallowed by the
decide-
whale, and then we find Geppetto,
Yeah, and he has the trident.
and Pinocchio has the dragon.
Oh,
Wait, why?
Yes.
What is
I guess I will enter the maw of the dragon as well.
I mean, you're forced to. He's about to eat you, so he swallows. No, You all are eaten by the dragon, and now you're traveling down his throat, and it's like you all kind of tumble down until you get to like a larger passageway. That's kind of like, it's interesting. It seems a little intestine-y, who knows? But you all are able to walk here now. You regain your balance. And then suddenly, like, a large, like, gust of wind blows through.
Wait, why is there air? If we're
And
underwater.
then you hear a burping noise.
Because dragons are blowhards.
I'm so glad there's like 15 minutes left in this session. I cannot do this anymore. So, you all are walking through this passageway of this stomach, and eventually you come to an opening, and you look in, and it smells awful. You see, what looks like a sea of like green, yellow, like bubbly liquid, and there's just, decomposing parts of creatures in there. You see like chunks of flesh and bones, and it's just like a nice old meaty soup.
Oh boy.
Is there? I don't know what I was gonna ask. Never mind.
And in the middle, lodged in a nice little chunk of meat, is the trident sticking out on its own little island, sitting in the middle of the stomach.
How far is it?
It's probably a good maybe 30-40 feet into the water / stomach acid.
Okay.
So I don't know. Someone want to try and swim to it?
We should send the prisoners.
Do you
Fuck you, pig. You do it.
do you have any way of
You're the one who can swim
making
better.
someone immune to acid?
If only Misif was here, he could fly.
Yeah, right.
I stick my
Wait,
toe
what can I
in
use?
the.
I offer to throw.
You stick your
Gimli.
toe
I
in the
mean,
stomach acid.
Tatum.
Roll a toughness check.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So what's your toughness
Um,
rank?
6th step. It's step 6,
Okay.
which is a D10.
What if I freeze the stomach acid and make it an icy surface?
Can you freeze stuff? I thought you could make bonfires underwater.
2.
What happens if you set the stomach? No, don't do that.
I have an
You rolled a
icy.
2?
Yeah.
A little bit of your toe that you dipped in gets kind of like singed off.
Wow.
Just,
I
it
have
starts
an
to like
icy
melt
surface
away a
spell.
little.
Oh.
So do I still have
What's up?
harpoon
I
in my
have an
leg or
icy
no?
surface spell.
What does that mean? I imagine it makes things icy.
Yeah, I
we'll
can
just-
freeze
we'll just
the
red
acid,
weed
probably.
Alright.
You weave threads.
There it is.
Slippery icy surface, those treasures to cross.
I got
Is it
shot.
like magical or is it just
Better than acid.
regular thread weeding?
Okay, so like
Alright, yeah.
threads are magical.
I can make a 60-yard area icy and slippery.
Alright,
That's pretty useful.
go for it.
You should have told me that before I
Do you
stuck
want
my
to try
toe
and
in
make a
there.
test?
Yes, because I know what that means.
So what you need to do is
I don't need threads. No threads.
Oh, that's good.
You need to blow on the water,
Alright, continuing with the blowing.
and roll your
I'm gonna
spellcasting test.
You gotta roll that.
Your spellcasting
I'm gonna assume
step.
it's a roughly that type of test, a D8
Okay,
plus a
yeah.
D10. There you go. You get to roll this one again. So you got 16,
Oh, it exploded.
19.
19. We take those.
Oh. I mean, I'm just gonna say that passes because that's pretty high.
That was pretty cool, huh?
That was pretty dope.
Pretty cool.
It does only last 8 rounds.
What's up?
It lasts 8 rounds of combat. So we have to get it
Oh,
quick.
well, there's no combat, but oh well, I guess 8 rounds is like what's 8 times 6? 42. 40.
That's
Is that right? 48.
48.
42 is 8 times or 6 times 7. Okay. I'm good at math. Everyone just saw that live on stream. It was 48. I'm terrible.
How
at
long will it
math.
stay frozen for?
48 seconds, minutes?
So
days.
48 seconds.
Seconds.
Oh my fucking. Okay.
So-
Somebody run.
I'm gonna just start. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
die.
sprint immediately.
Careful, it's slippery.
Yeah, Rock's gonna sprint and then she's gonna kind of like fall and penguin slide towards it.
I sprint. Do we have to roll or anything, or just?
I mean, sure. Everyone roll dexterity to run across this ice.
If you want to run across.
Yeah, I'm gonna not run across
Yeah,
because
no.
the last time I was near a magical weapon that I didn't know what happened.
You got overtaken by mad
D20,
passion
where's
and
that?
started murdering everyone.
Great.
Wow, it was great. I loved it.
9.
I'm so glad Dew is dead.
Nice.
10.
I got a 9.
A 9, okay. 10.
Yeah.
I
think-
love Dew.
I'm not
She was
running. Who do you think I am? I
wonderful.
just blew some cold.
What is happening?
Then I take a rest.
See, this is because you're using
Gillimer,
proprietary
I
software.
run
It's
the
fork
board
slicing.
die.
Yeah,
Oh,
relax.
die.
I want to
So
exert
you
myself.
know
Go
what
for
I
it.
mean.
Chill, watching Christmas.
Don't talk to me. Wait, what did you roll?
Don't talk to me.
10.
I think it's just the two of us crossing.
Wait, I was running, or
Oh,
Rock
Rock?
was running. She only rolls a step
Fucking
6
yeah.
though. Do you have a D10?
Here's a small boy.
Oh my
A
god, it's so
small boy.
little. What was that? Oh, I didn't even mean to throw it.
Oh no.
She rolled a 4.
Oh,
Okay.
No.
Yeah, she is going to, like I said, run and kind of slip and penguin slide across this glass. And as she falls, she kind of cracks the top of it
Oh, no.
just a little bit. For all the people straggling behind, gonna have to walk on some thin ice. No one? Okay.
I look at that and I'm like,
Is she gonna make it across?
Yeah, she
Before-
makes it
Okay.
to the little meat pile thing, but I don't know. Is anyone grabbing the trident?
I'll grab it.
I
Yeah.
want that. Okay.
As I
You can.
imagine
Okay.
she's if no one grabs it, she's gonna try and like grab it.
I'll
and just
grab
Don't
continue.
let the prisoner get it.
I'll grab it. I'm going for it.
No, I mean I think Taman already attempted.
I'll let him do it.
Well, no, but Rock was running. Did you beat Rock to the trident?
I
She
got-
slipped.
If the
I got a
prisoner
10.
touches it, I'm
But
gonna
she
shoot
keeps
my
going.
harpoon gun.
Well, I guess the prisoner's gonna touch it. So
I'm gonna fire my harpoon gun.
God.
roll to hit.
God.
Do you have a ranged
What the
weapon
fuck?
skill?
I hope so.
Why are you shooting?
I have the equipment harpoon gun.
Yeah.
I did give you that. Roll. Well, it only has to be 3.
I already got shot in the fucking leg, dude.
Roll like, what's your strength? No, what's your dexterity?
11.
Wait, is dexterity range?
Your dexterity step is 11.
What?
Oh, my step is 5. You asked for my dexterity.
And
Fair.
okay, roll 8. Roll step.
A D8?
Yeah. Or no, a step 8. What's step 8?
Well,
Step 8
step 8.
is
Wait, I'm glad I
2D
did-
something?
I'm glad I gave
2d6.
2d6.
Roll 2d6.
Oh, that's a normal
Also
dice.
roll 3d6 because I want you to hit him. I am giving you, as the DM, I'm giving you karma on this roll.
Oh my god.
I got a 10.
Does that beat your physical defense?
What is it against?
Absolutely it does.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
What is your physical defense?
It's 9.
Oh, yay! I'm glad I gave you karma. Yeah. So I imagine, you harpoon him, and then, does it, come back into your harpoon gun? Like, is it attached
Yeah, I'm
to
gonna
it?
reel him back in.
Yeah.
Hold back to the acid.
Oh my god.
Harpoon
I
him in
still-
the leg. And
I
just
hope I reel him back fast.
What the fuck is happening?
Who knows? Yeah.
Where
Rock-
does the harpoon hit? My.
leg.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
same leg or the other leg?
The other leg. You cannot walk anymore.
Jesus, dude. You're gonna.
And Rock's gonna continue running, to get entirely across this, ice ocean, and get to the other side. Which, I mean, I
She
guess
feels-
is where, the ass is, right? It's, the anus.
Are we going out of the anus?
Are we going out of the anus?
I mean, we just crossed the stomach. I mean, what's after the
Well,
stomach?
The
Tristan
intestines?
didn't know that.
What?
The
Intestines.
intestines, you don't go straight for the anus.
Well,
I thought
I
it was
mean,
right there.
What are you
It's
gonna do?
ass.
Cross the river back and go up to the mouth? I guess you can.
Yeah.
Maybe we can go
Dragon
That's
from.
mine.
I mean, no, but I don't
But-
know if the stomach is just sitting there and the ass is just right there.
Just fall through the ass.
It's like that in the Magic School Bus. You know what I'm saying?
The
Yeah.
only way out is through the ass, you guys.
Okay.
There's no going back up.
Damn.
Knowing that.
Is that Rock saying that, or?
That's just what you witness.
Okay.
Don't worry, guys. I can make it cold again.
It's kind of downward sloping a little bit,
Okay,
It's
do you
like-
make it
yes.
cold again?
Do I have to roll to make it cold again?
Probably not, right?
Yeah, but it's gonna be hard to run up sloping ice.
Well, half of us didn't run, and I just dragged Nibel back up the slope with my harpoon gun.
I thought you did run. Did you
No,
not?
I didn't roll to run.
Oh, so I guess Rock is on the other side.
Yeah. No,
Are
the
you-
only people who ran across were Niamel, myself, and Rock.
Are you on the other side then?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
with Niamel.
Oh, you're on the original side.
So I'm gonna
No,
take.
I'm
He
I'm
was
in
about
the-
to grab
I'm on
it.
the island
Oh,
with
yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
with-
But
with
then do you
and,
keep running across to the opposite side of the stomach?
If he harpoons this guy and starts pulling the thing back, I'm gonna cut the line. Actually.
No.
Thank you.
I feel like that was not quick enough. Reaction time.
Oh.
Roll dexterity.
Okay.
Why the fuck did you? We
I
never
feel like
agreed
this
that-
ice is gonna go away
You
soon.
have 48
Four.
seconds.
4.
You accidentally
flat
cut
deck
its arc
steering.
off. I say, as the new DM.
What are you trying? Are you cutting with a sword?
No, with my claws.
Oh, I forgot you have claw shape.
I'm not sure how you
Why
forgot.
can't you say that? I want that to be my idea. You cut his leg off.
What?
Wait, the good leg or the bad
You
leg?
missed the rope
I missed the
and cut the newly harpooned leg off.
Oh my god.
So
At least
now I
you're
just
free
have
now.
a leg on
Jesus Christ. Grace won't need legs anyways.
They can regrow them, right?
I think. No?
You can regrow that, correct?
Just walk with one previously harpooned leg in your tail.
And your tail.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Just be
so
like Tigger. Jump on your tail.
Triskin is going to yeet across the ice and then take Boris and cauterize his leg in the stomach acid.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna say this is gonna hurt for a second, but it's gonna feel fine after that. So what he's gonna do, and don't make me roll for this because this is just too good to roll for. He's gonna take the harpoon out of the dead leg. He's going to stick it in the opened leg wound, and then he's gonna cauterize the wound.
No.
Harpoon leg.
A harpoon leg.
Oh my god. I've always wanted this, but I'm in so much pain.
Now you're a proper pirate.
You're more of a pirate than I am, Sonny.
Now you're a true pirate. Oh
Oh my god.
Who has the trident?
my god. Yeah, who hasn't tried it anymore?
I'm still
Oh,
holding
you
on to it.
used the
Oh my
harpoon
God.
as the...
Hand the trident to somewhere else or I fire again.
Give me that trident.
Wait, aren't you across the other side?
Yeah, you didn't run.
I handed
You're
it
next
to
to
him.
me.
Yeah.
Are you guys on the meat island in the
Yeah,
middle
on the meat
now?
island in the middle.
I just handed it to him. I tried.
Wait, all three of you are on
Yes.
the meat island.
And now
Rock is on the opposite side, and you two are on the original side.
yes, and it's
Okay, so wait, I'm
We
where
probably have,
wherever
like,
they
5
are.
seconds.
We're on the meat island.
Yeah, you're on the meat island in
island.
the middle.
The
Okay.
meat.
I'll say you managed to get there as the ice goes away, and that's how you use it to cauterize.
yeah.
Alright.
So
Oh,
we
good,
are
so
no
we're
longer
trapped.
cold.
So we have 3 of us in the middle, Rock's on the other side, and everyone else is in the beginning.
And these two are on the beginning.
All right, everyone, go to where Rock is. I'm gonna freeze it again.
Sure.
Okay.
That works.
Roll
Oh my
the
God.
freeze.
Does he have a peg leg now?
He has
It's a
not a
harpoon
peg,
leg.
it's like
it's a harpoon.
harpoon leg.
It's a sharp.
I'm
Photoshop this.
You know, in
Harpoon
reality,
leg.
I thought this wouldn't work.
Yeah,
that well,
he has your
but-
No,
harpoon.
no, you're not allowed to do
All
that.
right, I'll read.
Because I think it'd be cooler as just a harpoon.
I thought he was.
What if you stretched
but
the
this is,
harpoon
like-
I
out
thought
and
he
then
was a
made
bird,
it
but now that I know he's a
prongs?
lizard.
This is twice as gruesome.
All right, should I roll the
I
freeze?
have a really good idea for something that I can do.
You
to
can do it
improve
if you
the
want.
harpoon
I
leg.
don't care. Okay. You rolled a freeze?
Roll the freeze.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna take his leg with me
12.
just in case.
Okay. The one that I.
It's like Rocket Raccoon,
Just
but
in
instead
case.
of
12
bionic things,
will
it's just
freeze you.
regular
Guys,
legs.
everybody run.
Okay.
Oh.
I run across the ice using the leg to balance myself.
I'm gonna run across the ice.
Well, yeah, I want to run across the ice too.
No,
Better.
I'm gonna run
limp
across
Is
the
across
ice.
everyone going to Rock's
Yes.
side?
Yeah.
I'm gonna limp across the ice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, we're going to the anus side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just there's no intestines. It's just
How do you make a large dragon fart from the inside?
No!
Can Levi hear us?
Levi?
Lev-
Oh,
Levi.
yeah.
I
The
hope
Leviathan.
Wait,
Probably
what if
not.
we make a fire and then the smoke will make it cough? Never mind.
Okay, wait.
I mean, if you light a fire inside of yourself.
The plan is to use an air sailing skill involving wind to expel us from the anus.
That's smart.
Catch
Yeah.
wind.
Okay.
Fair enough. So
Alright.
we're gonna use
Alright, air
wind
sail.
catch. Yeah, I'll use a wind catcher to yeet open a hole in this man's ass with air.
I guess first we travel through the intestines a little
Yeah,
bit.
we gotta
A little.
We're
Yeah,
facing sphincter right now.
Why can't we just pop out?
Triskin spits on his hand.
Whoa. Oh.
What?
Silent duck?
I don't like this.
Try the air sailing. No, we're not doing that.
I try to yeet through.
This is too big for that. No, it's not open.
Okay,
It's
so
very
okay.
taut.
So for Windcatcher, I gotta use
I
willpower.
feel like this shouldn't be on the internet anyway.
What, talking about leaving the...
Stop. Okay, just roll for air.
Okay, so
Roll
it's
for your wind
two.
thing.
It's 2d10. Okay, let's see what we got here.
Oh my
We
god.
got hold on.
Was that a 10?
It's a 10 and a 6 or 10. No. Yeah,
Thank
6.
God.
So hold on, let's roll it again.
10, 6, 7, 23?
23. Yeah.
Blackjack. Wait.
That asshole is...
That is
Woo!
a strong current. He cannot control and just whoosh, and it just blows open and rocks.
God, dude.
Does it blow us so far that we go back to the city? Are we launched over the reef?
You're in a cavern right now.
Yeah.
Maybe he turned
Maybe
around.
it's a really
It's a good.
You know, yeah. So
Maybe he's doing a.
as
downward
you go,
dog.
like I guess everyone jumps into this air current, right?
Clearly, as you do.
You know, as everyone jumps in and just like gets thrown out, you know, you're caught in this like massive stream and it's like all bubbles, so all you can really see around yourself is bubbles and like blue and ocean
Thank
whooshing
God.
by.
little
And,
bit of
you know, things get more light as if you're coming out of the cavern, and then eventually things go black. And then you open your eyes and you're on the ship. And you're above water and you're going down the Serpent River. And
these three are gone, or are they with us?
yeah, they're gone. And it's the party and they're all laying, you know, passed out. And you notice on your arms, Taman and Triskin, you have a small marking of like a trident on your arm. And there are like 2 seashells on the ground that look like conch shells.
Mhm.
If you like hold them up to each other,
To each other or to our ears?
or like to your ears, you can like hear the other person talking through the conch shells. So it's like
that's very useful.
Do you hear anything, Triskin?
Yes, I hear something.
it's okay. It doesn't make sense. Don't worry about it.
Do you know where my leg is, Taman?
You don't have the leg.
No!
Not
Your legs are
leg.
still attached
First
to
of
you.
all-
Your legs are safe. They're still attached to you.
Yeah, but
Oh.
my third leg.
Yeah.
I don't want to know about your third leg, Triskin.
So
Perhaps maybe you should keep continuing with Rock.
should what?
Keep continuing with Rock.
Oh my God, Rock doesn't remember any of that because it was all.
Wow.
You
That's
all were
all a
high on
fever dream.
drugs.
No.
You
my
ate
goodness.
some bad eggs, and everyone went loopy.
So tell me we didn't
And that's why it
exist.
ended with a giant fart.
And yep, it was all a metaphor
For
for the
what?
fact that you ate bad eggs and now you have to
Matthew,
shit
you
real
did
bad.
spoil it, Matthew. Unintentionally.
Oh my goodness, Jesus!
I saw your face when Matthew
So
said
that's-
that earlier, and you're like,
I was like, please no, don't give away my whole plot line.
So that's the end of our stream?
Yes, and so I guess it was canon and not canon at the same time. I wanted to reward you 2 party members for participating in it with magical item. So, you know, for what you know, it seems like you were hallucinating. How you got these magical seashells in your markings, no one will ever know. But from now on, Kilomir,
Boris.
and
Baja,
Baja will forever live on in your hearts. Only you 2 remember the 3 of them. And maybe you can call in on their characters in the future.
So Rock doesn't remember?
No, Rock remembers, but
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
well, yeah, I guess Rock remembers too then. And you are able to call in on their characters in the future for help.
So,
Oh, wow.
Phone in a friend.
Phone
I'll
a
call
friend.
you guys up in the middle of the
you're
live
telling
stream.
me
Yeah.
that I did not get to teach the city Dagus worship.
No.
You did not. But you can teach other people in Bar Save Dagus worship.
Damn.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess we should do our closing really quick. You know, thank you all for watching our live stream. Actually, I'm really sorry that you had to watch this live stream.
Sorry there wasn't any more 4.
I rolled a flirt with the people watching the stream.
Stop it.
They're now more interested in the stream.
Okay, that's okay. All right. Thank you for watching. I guess we'll most likely be back next week for another live stream at 8. Please follow our Twitch, subscribe if you can, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow our social medias. Do all of the things. We're out myths guided on everything. It would help us out a lot. And we'll keep you updated on social media with what's happening over the summer, because there's definitely going to be a few changes. But it should be at the same time, 8 on Tuesdays. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice rest of your night, if you can, after watching this. All right.